is back again here. Kita langsung aja guys watch party EDG guys ya. The favorite and one and only to the Kang guys ya. Alright, Kang.
For extremity control on both sides of the map and having so much stall on defense or in your post plants. It's something I doubt EDG have really ever played or scrimped against.
Yeah, well, I mean, you say
teori buff kangkang botak nggak sih guys?
That region that goes through experimental phases a lot in terms of what comps they run. But I do think that Loud has also won the map feature. I kind of agree with your points that you're making. I think the bind they can showcase the triple control.
Aku nggak nyanyi di live Bang Winda, enggak ngapain gue nyanyi.
It's very hard to prep for that if
they also just have a default race comp as well.
Exactly, and I think Ascent and Haven leans more heavily as well in favor of Loud. I would say on top of that. So a must win really for EDG. I think
lebih dari apapun.
Well, let's find out now in the prime gaming agent select. They are gonna stay.
Bind, bro.
Kangkang
Reina.
Whoever said Paperrex is winning because they played Reina, you got another contender right here. Kangkang locking it in for the first time for him at a global event. So this is very Paperrex-esque. I think the biggest thing to look at is how they're going to be able to combine these Reina Leers and Scout Flashes to create space and get into
Kangkang Reina.
Also, I think, could be pretty good against the triple initiator. Really
menarik
powerful
guys,
to be
menarik.
pushing through and abusing all these smokes that Loud will be putting down.
I mean, it's not just the first Reina at a global event, it's first Reina ever, Brent. He doesn't play a lot of agents.
Yeah, that is, I mean, I am just...
Gila, mapunnya 100% guys.
With that pick. I mean, I just cannot really make sense of it, of what they're going to be doing, if there's a weakness they've shown. But Loud playing the triple controller comp, it did look less practice when I was watching it back. I think that they have some ideas of how they want to play it.
Triple control dia juga ya?
Like you were mentioning, Mimi, on the defense side in particular. But there are things that you can counter-strat or you can actually pick apart. If EDG have done their homework, I think that they could exploit that and potentially get a win here today.
HyperX juara, amin, amin.
Throw me for a loop. I mean,
moga masih tidak ngantuk bang, aku udah makan nih, baru makan nasi tim.
Because they really do follow it up with pretty crucial ideas of combining the util, like the Leas and other breakable pieces of util. But EDG going to have that preparation behind it.
I think on defense, Loud's strength is going to have to come in flood retaking, giving space to this Reina Sky, and then re-pushing back in together. And a lot of that will come down to
HyperX juara lu dapat bonus nggak bang?
Amin. But he's been struggling on agents other than Jet. In the past, he was one of the world's best raised players, and this is his chance to prove that he is again.
Gak sama Cijes emang live streaming ya? Kayaknya Cijes nggak live streaming deh.
Yeah, and this is the thing also.
Cijes tidur
we
fix
know what
anjing.
he can do with the op. He loves.
Goyang-goyang.
He's going to be opping on that Reina.
I guarantee
on bind. So,
I mean, he's done it on Gecko before.
But this is the thing, like, where can Loud anticipate where he's gonna be?
Aspas bakal sepanas kemarin gak ya kita lihat guys?
One of the best things that EDG could do is actually make Kangkang rifle predominantly for a map, because they are getting hard counter-stratted by teams we saw it against.
Perez tanggal 25 bang, iya 25.
They were counter-stratting and hard countering Kangkang's positioning with the operator and tracking the money. I would love
nggak ada vote lagi bang, mau nge-vote
to
guys.
save money, make sure that they can buy the operator, but to still lean into rifles and play around that to throw opponents' preparation off. I think
prediksi kalian.
if they do go through with it, and there's no better agent really to do that with rifling than Reina.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anjay.
I'm also looking for the side of EDG towards that Sky player, nobody who has been making some interesting plays thus far in the playoffs. Giving away a lot of first duels with this Reina Sky Raze comp. His role is so important as that solo initiator. He's their only source of information. He's also the player who has to combine with the Reina to get his way into
Aspas sama Jim bestie ya? Iya, kenal nggak bestie banget, cuma kenal dekat.
All the time. I think that could make this composition fall apart.
Yeah, I can't wait to see if he's going to dismiss out of there the way the something does, you know, just constantly over and over again. But Brent, you mentioned that Frod was saying they watched a lot of VODs of EDG. They've been prepping, but the thing is, EDG, they have technically had an extra day because they played a little bit earlier, so maybe they spent time trying to cook up something like this. How much is this going to throw the Loud preparation off, do you think?
I think it will to a certain degree as well, because you have to play around.
Bah, aku nggak bisa join DC bang, hah? Kenapa nggak bisa? Bisa lah.
Giants and Paperrex, they played around it really well. When Giants were playing against them on Split, they were always using util to clear the common angles that they love to play on. And when Paperrex were playing on Fracture, they were always poking holes in terms of where he wasn't playing. And
kenapa lagi nih anjing?
Kenapa setnya? I would love to see them lean more heavily into a bit of rifling, because Kangkang, listen, the op is flashy. He's one of the best operators, I think, at this event, if not the best. But if you can throw off preparation in some way or form by changing up the expected outcomes of how you're playing, it could really throw a team like Loud off. On bind as well, when they're playing this triple controller, and in my opinion, it didn't look as fleshed out. Yes, it had some cool ideas.
Lepas ini Paperrex belum guys, masih lama.
I do think though that Loud should be ready for this composition, because Paperrex also plays a Reina Sky on this map, and they just had to prep for Paperrex last night. I think they should be ready for some of the main ideas behind this comp, but the question is whether EDG will have a different idea cooked up that Paperrex would have.
Well, thank you very much, you guys, for hanging with me here. The agents are locked in. Of course, the Reina is locked in, and we're ready for our first map. I can't wait to see what your
versi nunduk, guys, ya.
make of this. Over to you, Doug and Sean.
Let's go!
Thank you so much, Jinsu. It's actually really interesting, Sean, that we're in this situation where, due to weather circumstances, the crowd is empty, but it almost adds an extra, like, eerie tension to the entire event.
You can feel the pressure from when the players walked in. They're actually trying to make the hype. They're trying to bring each other up. And what an insane pick this is. Picking Bind, picking into Arena now, off of the chamber that we saw previously. A lot of A control was gathered by Kong Kong earlier on in their Bind games. And I think he's going to still do that. I think the Lears are going to be really active in pushing short A, coming out long B, and really punishing these controllers that often don't want to take these early fights.
They're not going to have much of a choice ever. Starting off on the attacking side,
lagi
you
nih,
see
guys.
a bit of a lean towards
Lot udah
A short
sering banget
already.
gitu masuk main event gantian lah.
Controllers, I mean, 2/3 of them are playing
Oke, kita lihat guys ya.
in the same space, Sean.
Yeah, look at the little trap set up here by Loud. They're going to triple play on short A. Nobody's flash goes into showers to clear it. So the one way, that's it.
Let's see, kita lihat guys. Apakah Loud bisa mengcounter Reina-nya si Kangkang guys? Penasaran gue, Cok.
Trying to get a feel for what Loud is trying to accomplish with their defensive setup.
Yeah, it's actually such a benefit. We just saw Tui's refresh that smoke. And that's one of the benefits of running a triple controller comp is that you can invest those early and know that you still have control elsewhere. Now a second smoke used towards showers. You see the nade out as Kawanzin has to take a slight step back.
Gue kita dikit guys.
Still no commitment. Dude, they drew that out so well.
Out, and now short A is wide open. Kong Kong gets a free sight. Nobody right behind him.
Wah, dipancing, Cok, dipancing, Cok.
Very difficult retake right now for Loud, Doug.
Dipancing,
Also, really
Cok.
surprising. I mean, you seldom see a team of Loud's caliber get manipulated the way that they just did. You've already got Kong Kong who's pushing up in spawn. Howdong gets the spike down. Nobody's there to help. That flash is going to be huge, but is the timing right? Are they going to peek on the other side of it? Yes, they are. A couple of
We've Kong Kong.
That's massive. They're going to continue to push forward into pipes as well. Just Chichu and Howdong remain. Can they hold the line? Can they keep the spike up? Howdong has done well.
Dapat dua lumayan.
Leaving things in a 1v2. Chichu by himself, and he has been a fiend this tournament. But Tui's with 3 and Loud get the
Kangkang nge-whiff,
pistol.
Cok. Aduh, Kangkang kenapa lagi, Cok? Kangkang. Kangkangku kenapa kamu nge-whiff? Kangkangku kenapa? Kangkangku kamu nge-whiff?
Maybe a bit of overheat into spawn right there. Coming out of EDG.
Dia nge-istri guys,
So
Kangkangku
early
guys.
too. You make a really good point. For him to be more than halfway to his orbital strike in round 2 is just dumb.
I think that's one of the best ults available to this team right now. So yeah, having 4 orbs going into this potential eco round right here, and I say potential because having a Reina that can flip the script here, I think this is a very winnable round.
Nice try guys ya, nice try banget guys ya. Nggak ikut live-nya bang, Winda bang.
On their side.
Udah watch party guys.
Just classics the rest of the way. No armor with it either.
Again, the stall coming out of these
Kalau
controllers.
dapat satu Kangkang sih
This
guys
was
sih.
something Navi struggled with early on in the game against Loud.
Oh.
But there's the Reina already at 150 with the Sheriff. And that's what I was saying. I don't think these controllers want to fight in this A site. The goal is to stall. And that's why I love the Reina pick. I can tell they're going to totally disrespect these smokes.
Kong Kong is already up to his antics. There have been so many discussions around him individually and how he has really high highs.
Akang mau jadi Reina tank Rusia bang.
Tournament. I think for this series in particular, he has to play well.
Very powerful setup entering this stage of the round here, Doug. They have long B control, and if you notice, the solo initiator is lurking by the showers TP. Nobody frequently has lurked on all of the maps, but if they feel like there's a B stack going on, they will pivot to nobody. Nobody's sniffing things out right now, and there's the rotate.
What was the cue, though? I don't know what they saw, but Loud decide to slowly start to rotate over, not fully convinced of what's happening on the other side, and look at how far up Aspas is. Oh my goodness, he's behind them.
30 seconds left.
They're going to get the spike down, but if there's no awareness of what's happening in showers, they could be in some
dapat lagi
trouble.
Kangkang, Cok.
Howdong's going to be the first to peek. Nothing but a classic.
Oh,
Waduh,
and
kenapa
Chichu's on the
ini
kick
Loud-nya?
alert right now, Doug. This is a nightmare for Loud.
I still don't fully understand how we got that kill. Kong Kong pushing forward is going to clean up Kawanzin. They're going to draw
Ah,
up
the
the
ulti.
strike. Les gets it down,
What?
but it doesn't matter. And I love the investment of the ult that early because you know you still have so much half to play for. You're going to get another one up.
How insane. We
Ulti.
were talking about Tui's orbital strike, and Howdong is the one that ends up popping it on the second round after losing the pistol.
Cepet banget,
Ridiculous round coming out of EDG with very minimal
4 kali
investment.
bunuh, 1 kali mati 5, 2 kali
Such a
plan.
good opener.
Oh anjing, gigi banget sih.
Third once he's upgraded to the Spectre. That's huge.
Okay.
And going into this round now, they have a huge economic advantage. They're gonna try to punish this B site.
Ya kan ulti, Cok. Masalahnya Brimstone anjing, kalau ultinya Sky nggak apa-apa lah.
Try peeking this.
They're gonna try to go fast off of this. Amali's gonna keep him back for just a moment.
Oh, they're sending it.
And it's just pistols on the other side too. Very reminiscent of the previous round. But they've all rotated so quickly, Sean. Loud's already here, and they don't have hookah control. That paranoia, Smoggy's gonna have to delay for just a moment. Is Howdon getting first? Kawanzine getting bested. Those
Gila, Smoggy dapat 3 guys.
A prime gaming flawless comes through for EDG.
Wah, EDG nggak sih guys? EDG nggak sih guys? EDG nggak sih guys?
EDG's favor. Even though the score is 1-2 right now, Doug, I feel like they've strategically won all 3 of these rounds so far.
Yeah, I agree with you. To go back to the pistol.
Ini si Bang Windah ada lagi dapat ini ya, musisi cewek ya.
Thank you Rasok. Oke, teman-teman musisi coba lihat di live aja ya. Oh, berarti emang bener guys, ngebug guys. Apa itu ya? Gue nanya Morris deh ntar.
As one of the analysts has
Bisa
famously
aja. Kakanggo Windah.
Ooh, that's a nice one-way right there coming out of setup from short. Again, just trying to stall out this A site. We have a smoke by Showers from the Brimstone. Aspas manning that area of the map.
Penasaran ceweknya beneran nyanyi, Cok.
Going to use some util, sniff out Showers, and that's when again, you know, they're going to go into this split on A most likely.
Duh, Kangkang gila. Duh, hampir.
The reaggress from Tui's gets the best of them.
Just now, what happened on the B side of the map, Kawanzine threw
Oh beneran, Cok, TikToker, Cok, berarti, Cok.
So they're aware of someone being down low B.
I really like what they just did with the Trailblazer, though. Sense it through teleporter to catch, make sure there's someone playing Showers, too. They just got a lot of info.
I don't think it matters, Doug. They're too late. Two people are stuck right now in you, and they just got to hold this down.
Guys, TikToknya apa, guys?
A flashback sight. They're starting to feel some of the pressure.
Just like Bang Rio emang ya pasti.
Howdon, are you gonna be able to get out? No. Tui's got some Chichu and nobody, the only 2 that remain. In a 2v4.
Seriusan cakep guys.
What a miracle this would be. Nobody's gotten them just a little bit closer. Chichu still playing his life, still being cautious about it, playing in U-Haul. The spam through, nobody not able to connect. It's all on a Chichu, a 1v3 with nothing but a Spectre. Maybe he knows time, but he has no volleys. He's got some utility, but they're just going to hold it. Really, no reason not to. Tui's gets it to half. As the wall goes down, Chichu gets it to just 1. Tui's holds it a fuse, and we're tied at 2 apiece.
Huge hold on that A side by Aspas and Tui's. So much pressure coming in. It was a 4-on-2. The extra players coming behind 2 Brim Smokes from Spawn in Heaven. And they did it. The orbital strike comes in huge. That ult will have tons of value throughout this game, and the 2 used so far are
Windah lucu banget. Jeff live. Gue belum DM dia lagi.
Shoot the buy looks like your Kangkang has an op. He is invested. Reyna attacks that. Oh, he sold it. I've been trolled for just a little bit.
Looks like for the first time, Hong Kong wants to get some Showers control, so they're going to try to disrespect this Brim Smoke over here. This is something I kind of figured they would go for.
The question is, do Loud pounce?
Great counter maul right there from Tui's. I think EDG realized that a lot of these rounds previously, there was no one behind that smoke. This was the perfect round for Loud. Oh man, we've seen Sadak tear people up with this judge.
Apa benar?
The dog's gonna clear him. Oh.
Jejas live. Ada gol belum DM sih.
Les here holding hookah, about to make contact.
Wah kalau gue tuh, ya masih apa ya kalau sama Hyung?
I mean, he just got obliterated. 18 HP.
Sendiri
and yeah, Kawanzine's there to heal, but they're starting to feel that pressure. They realize that that's where the hit is coming. Can Loud rotate quickly enough?
Les is stalling out the long push on the hit, but it's heavy through hookah. 4 players coming out of hookah right now.
Right here.
Backs against the ropes. Can they hold on? They really have no choice but to play life. You see that Lear come through the wall from hookah, getting the first one.
Les dapat 3 anjir.
3 kills for the controller, and he continues to light up the stats. What do they do from here? EDG was spiked down. Well out of reach, and a 2v3 is just becoming 2v2. Nobody once again. Trying to equalize the paranoid to delay for just a moment. There's a swing. Aspas gets best of him. 13 seconds left, and it all falls on to Chichu. He gets the first. The second is
Chichu
there!
anjir.
Chichu with the Red Bull clutch and a massive play to get EDG the lead.
The two Vipers now absolutely popping off. He was the key player actually in that comeback against Na'Vi, holding down the B site almost every round. It looked just like this, Doug. But Chichu was not on the opposing team in that game, and this was an insane play that was totally unread by Loud.
Gua nanya dulu di live aja nih.
Wow.
He just divs Aspas at the end too.
Hari ini bisa jadi hari terakhir gue watch party.
Chichu here gonna
Terima
smoke
telat, sorry lah, habis
Instead of the
push
Viper
rank
starting by
bro.
short A, the way EDG plays this is they use their poison orb to block vision from the defenders and essentially wash out the smokes on this region. Chichu controls it very, very well. In the meantime, Smoggy will often work up Rico, while the other two will end up working showers or short A, which they're opting for showers here.
Kangkang OP anjing, Rena OP baru tahu gua guys.
He's just gonna contact this.
Chichu gila sih guys. Ini EDG nendang banget lot, cok.
Difficult read.
I mean, Tui is just playing a little bit further back. Maybe some suspicion.
Oh.
A clean snap up from Kong Kong. And the Lyra too, and that's gonna
Ngeri anjing, ngeri.
Oh, they're gonna pop here.
Yeah, EDG are not in a position to flip the map. Sonic has to go aggressive here with the Bucky and try to catch a free one through the smoke. You've got the mollies, you've got everything to delay, and Sonic pounces on it. Upgrade to weapon, but it's clothesline by Chichu on the other side. What? What an ult from Aspas as well. 3v3, 41 HP. And you hear the rain ult has been used.
Aspas nih bos.
Aspas with the first, not able to clean up the
Chichu
second.
bagus banget mainnya, kenapa bisa gitu ya?
Goes down though, Doug, and that's gonna slow things down a little bit right here. The spike getting planted by Kong Kong.
Kawanzine is so far away too, and he has nothing but a ghost, Sean.
He has one flash and the counter pit. I was wondering if it would come out, and here it is. Flip a coin, Doug. It's time.
Mess of a situation. Can Kawanzine upgrade a weapon? I think that's key here. What utility do they have? A flash for the sky? Kong's pushing forward though, of course he is. And we wouldn't have it any other way. Two Vipers left, Chichu and Les.
Chichu dropped his pit.
Chichu's so far back. Les just has to take a gamble. I mean,
That's the info Les was looking for. He knows now Chichu's in
but
shower.
he's pushing him. He's pushing him. Is he gonna have enough time for the defuse? I think he is. I think he's gonna be just fine.
It's so close.
Oh my gosh! Oh
No!
my gosh! Chichu, what a play!
What a play.
Chichu
by
lagi panas banget ya. Chichu Kangkang lagi panas guys.
Just milliseconds away from Loud actually ending up in such a strong situation in this game. But no, and the time
Javu kemarin sadak juga kemarin ya Paperrex ya. Terulang kembali semua. 0,15 anjir.
I mean, that's not the closest we've had this tournament, but it's pretty freaking close.
Really doesn't get much closer than that.
Menurutmu apa benar?
Around like that, if you're coaching Loud right now, Fraud, he just needs a breather. The rounds are just slipping out of their fingers. They're making decent adjustments now throughout this game so far, but you don't want the wind out of your sails this early into the.
Sudah makan bang? Sudah, terima kasih.
And Loud, they will
Wah,
have
Loud ketinggalan coy. Paperrex kemarin
but it's not the best.
awal-awal selalu ketinggalan duluan.
I think on the other side for EDG too, they're doing so many things well that are just working. We've talked a little bit about the showers pressure and how they've been able to create some space around
Tira,
that.
tenang bang, nonton bang. Semoga gak ngantuk ya gua.
The attack side op has already made an appearance once, but Chichu, man, Chichu has just been an absolute menace.
Sepi banget cok.
I truly believe he's been the star player actually. When watching EDG throughout this tournament, Chichu has had
Oh iya ya, lagi nggak ada tiket guys ya, nggak ada tiket ya. Kan ditutup kan ya, cuaca lagi jelek kan. Nggak ada penonton kalau nggak salah ya.
Obtain this orbital strike. Does Kawanzine get seekers? Those are
ajak Cijas nggak nih bareng guys?
plays right now in this particular round.
Di refund tiketnya nggak ada badai katanya.
The fight for showers begins here. This is the adjustment from Loud coming in. They're gonna get a smoke from Sadak and the Brimstone and the Raze. Aspas and Tuis will challenge this orb.
Lu aneh bang ya kalau Lot main, kalau aneh lu kritik, kalau ada kalah lu juga kritik. Nggak apa-apa dong, saling mengkritik kan bagus.
Getting the orb, they just want to deny it from EDG.
You can almost feel
nama asli apa ganti tembang nama asli?
Flash causes the Brimstone Molly to come out. That doesn't normally happen when you watch Loud, Doug. They normally sit on that Brim Molly. That's a super important stall piece of utility, but they don't know what EDG is going to go for. They believe EDG to be a very,
Peripherals
very
di apa nanti lain siapa bang?
And they're right.
Lawan HyperX di upper, lawan EG.
Gotta do something to fill the void here, the lack of information. As the paranoia creeps in.
Ini kalau menang lagi sih EDG sih ngambil tempo sih guys. Selesai sih nih. Cloud nih kayak di map ini.
He's
got to be convinced of what's happening on the other side because they ulted as well. Sada canceled it out, goes all the way to the other side of the map. Meanwhile, Chichu just died on the other side. They tried applying pressure from opposite sides of the map, and Loud's been able to hold it all back.
Huge rotate right there from Aspas. You could see the snake bite on the ground over there by Octagon. Absolutely stalled out the hit. And most importantly, Tui's won the fight in showers.
Yeah, that was enormous.
They could no longer take that teleport and feel safe about it.
Nobody in a 1v3. He's got Spike in hand. We've had some outrageous moments. This might take the cake if he manages to pull this off. He's going to have time to plan it, Sean.
Aspas nggak kill.
Oh, it was just a fake.
Yeah.
Oh, Aspas satchels forward, calls him on his bluff, and drops nobody. There was a window there where after he got that first kill, I thought, get the spike down, you've got a 1v2, and maybe you got a shot at it, but Aspas becomes aggressive and cleans him up.
Caution here.
And now you're looking at, we're past the portion of the game where the game plans are run, right? These are where the teams are trying to feel each other out.
Menurutmu apa benar?
Playing top truck, and again, Loud going with his shower. Two is again going to be fighting for this.
Bang Winda gimana tuh Bang Winda guys?
Nobody's flash. If it does come through there, gets info. Because if it gets nothing, EDG gets showers for free.
Yeah.
But this is definitely looking like a short A pop.
Bang Winda jadi dengerin lagunya juga.
Orbital Strike is so crazy with the Leers right now. But no Leers on Hong Kong actually.
Cuman anjing Bang Winda emang tai si Branto. Bisa ya dapet begitu.
I mean, he's at 1 HP. He just took a lot of damage. You're starting to see the spam through the smoke. They've crept up just a little bit, but they still don't have enough site control to really commit to this. The Seeker's used by Kamaltine as well.
They might push as these smokes go down, dog.
Is that the Q? Is that what they're waiting for? Tui's has already cleaned up Chichu. Kankan getting healed up. Back to 100, and it's just a tab. But the longer they delay on this, Sean, I think this is going to become a problem. Les is on the flank. There's nothing to cover it or to clear it right now.
Les is sneaking around right now in market, and he is potentially about to end this round.
Yeah, he very well may do it on his own. There it is. There's the flank. Howdong done. Dealt with. Obliterated as Les gets a second to swing on the
Oh, gila Les pedes banget tembakannya anjing.
Prime gaming flawless for Loud.
So patient. The taps from Les. He's so mechanically gifted when you watch him. So calm with the Vandal. And we get our first time out now out of Edward Gaming.
Dude, Les is having a career tournament right now, which is just insane to say. He's so young. He's just so good.
Ngeri. Ngeri.
Les and Aspas were just dropping bombs on people in scrims.
And I think the fascinating thing is it's translating.
Yes.
It's not, they're not just scrim demons. We're seeing it in the server. I think I was looking at the stats for the entire tournament. Both of them are in what, top 5?
They are popping off. I mean,
it's just been mad.
Very absent event in Tokyo from both of them, if I'm being honest.
Well, all of them, really.
Yeah, all of them. That was an abysmal event, given the standards that I think we have set from Loud. Previous champions winners. America's winners.
It just seems like such a distant
Kangkang belum kelihatan nih guys. Kangkang belum kelihatan guys.
Long gone. This new version looks reinvigorated, and I didn't know if they would be able to do it outside of Harbor Viper. They found some new solutions here. Triple
Kangkang belum kelihatan guys.
We've only even seen Harbor Viper on one map.
Yeah,
that's
just
Haven, which we could end up getting here.
Yeah. The decider, if we go the distance, and given how things have gone so far, it's a very high possibility. Really neither team willing to fold or give but an inch. You see that wall coming out? Oftentimes you'll see that.
Ngejan nih kayaknya nggak pernah makan gorengan, makan.
The fact that it's not going to teleport tells me, Sean, that they want to continue to fight for showers control and have
gorengan lagi nih.
Oh, man, there's really no need though when you have 3 controllers, right? You got smokes for days.
Lainnya susah bang. Tergantung guys, sebenarnya nggak susah. Cuman butuh nge-kill doang. Raina tuh butuh nge-kill 1, Cok.
And Les is over here just stalling out Long B. If you're gonna play Loud, you better move at a slow pace.
Which is just so different. Dude, if Kangkang... Oh, he was given away by the shoulder. What was that? That was so close, and they're going to continue to aggress. They're going to try to take Octagon control. That nade in the lab is they have to reposition.
Ooh, nice.
Finding one with the Marshall.
He just went right through the snake bite. It's a 3-on-3. This is so winnable for EDG right now. The rotate coming heavy through spawn.
And 2 weapons.
4 peluru anjing.
And
Ya.
Chichu.
The timing that he's going to get.
What
thing
is his
is,
play?
can they buy enough time for Chichu's timing to matter?
Does he go spawn here? I don't know if he has time for this.
Yeah, if they don't hold the site, it's not going to matter. You've got to be able to hold the site, and Smoggy's already fallen. It's going to go on to nobody who's already weak. He's got the orbital strike in his lap. He drops.
This is a very difficult read, though, Doug. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if Loud reads this.
But even if they don't, I mean, it's a 1v3 with the Sheriff, right?
Oh, this
Right?
really
Right?
This.
Ah, nggak dapat yang kedua.
The fact that he got 2-3 extra shots off on that last player made me
Indeed.
very uncomfortable.
For a second there, I forgot we were dealing with 3 controllers. You know, and I forgot we were dealing with smart players. They like to throw their smokes on top
Franco
of the
anjing.
spike, which
Kenapa jadi dipanggil Franco sih? Parah banget kalian anjing.
keeps the lines open for everyone to protect.
Yeah.
Whew.
I mean, take a look at this again. What was it? Oh, it's just a shoulder, man. It's just a pixel. What did he see? And the way that they're set up, I think we're starting to see some of their approaches, Sean. Kong takes U-Haul, they continue to push down long, and then they can crunch Octagon with the
Tadi kasih main si Kang Cok.
Yeah.
Tapi kira 6 kok oke lah.
That space with Kong, they're going to have a hard time doing that.
And Kong, he's busted out the off again. I don't know if this is going to work out well.
Pelan-pelan Franco. Anjing banget.
Deep short, one-way Omen smoke showers, and Les will stall out long B with these snake bites for days. Chichu playing pitch and catch with the poison orb.
And also, I think countering that flash from Kawanzin. The flash wasn't deep enough. It got caught in the orb, and it didn't get any info.
Ah, OP lagi Kang anjing.
Pressure put on this B site right there, but it's
Gunting is a
all
good
of it.
idea, bro.
Trying
OP,
to
bro.
get the third player to B, and they've done it. Sadak has rotated, and now we're looking at a potential 2-on-5 in this A site, Doug.
Kawanzin just flashed again. It was so shallow. They also just trailblazered into sand. Oh, I can't tell if they got much info. Oh, it seems to have been enough. We see Les is starting to consider the rotate already.
Oh, dear.
There it is. Shot landing on a Sadak.
He doesn't miss those.
No. 1 controller down, 2 to go. Kong still the
Anjing.
destroys Kong.
Anjir bisa begitu Free Fire anjing.
Control low. Oh gosh, Smoggy got caught asleep.
Hadong's ult and Brim Molly could be the biggest player in this round right now. Nobody needs this.
Uh-oh.
And he does.
Where was he going? He was just so aggressive, pushing into the smoke. I don't understand. There's an orbital strike. It's going to buy a little bit more time. But was it used too early?
The Brim Molly is already out.
There it
Just
is.
and it's missed.
Just a bit.
It's missed.
Do they know, though?
I don't think they've realized yet.
No, I don't think they
just
did. Chichu pushing forward into the face of 2. Hadong
Ooh,
trying to
Aspas
swing.
panas,
He
Cok.
can't do anything about it. Aspas gets 3. The fuse comes through. Loud
Ah,
with the
EDG banyak buat
2-round
salah
lead
nih,
now.
Cok.
Oh, EDG with such a good start into this game. You can feel it just slipping out of their reach
Yeah.
right now. This is really taking a turn.
4 rounds in a row. And what was it on the other side of the timeout? I think it's kind of just gone sideways.
Yeah, we were looking at a 4-2. Yeah, 4-2 scoreline.
Banyak buat salah coy EDG,
Timeout
Cok.
came in from fraud, and things really turned around at that point. Insane stuff. Another force
Siapa yuk?
coming out of
Dukung
EDG.
EDG lah.
I think they need this
China number 1.
to build something for the rest of this half. Potentially get a 6-6 end.
Oh, fake teleport? Out from Sadak?
Yeah, a little shrouded step
Yeah,
as
we
you
haven't,
jump
seen that,
in.
we haven't seen that tech in a while.
I like it. Tui's though again keeping showers controlled, deep smoke on short, and that allows Aspas to feel super comfortable about rotating. Loud reading this round well.
Hey, everyone from EDG is here. Yeah, it's a split. Kong has the ult. Does he commit? That nade is good to deny the exit out, but yeah, he does commit to the ult. Smoggy dashing forward, and Aspas drops him. The showstopper not going to connect, but it does deal a little bit of damage now. Aspas still playing in the tin, dropping another.
Gila, Aspas mantap
As
banget,
nobody
Cok.
falls, the nade refresh, the kill comes through. Aspas with 3. Finally falls. Kong still in play. He's still got the ult too. He's candy 1v2.
Oh,
No,
gila.
he cannot.
Kang mulai panas ya,
It's
saudara-saudara ya.
Chichu that snatched the round back for EDG.
And that's what we were needing out of Kong. A huge round coming out of him on this arena. 2 pivotal kills to keep them in this game. 6-5 is the scoreline. With the Viper's Pit in play, this is going to be really difficult for Loud because they've given up the site a couple times now. You know, I think it's possible that EDG does enter these sites, get the spike down, and with the pit available and the Brim Molly, the Viper Snake
Brim
bites,
Molly.
this is something that
Brim
can be stalled
Molly.
out for a very long time. Only one flash though on nobody right now.
Yeah, just didn't have enough really to go for more. There's that one flash. Oh, and it was a fake. It's just delayed. It buys a little bit of time. Nobody reads that so well.
Oh.
Brim
Does
Molly.
have the sky heal. Heals Hong Kong back up to 100 right here.
Bro, ini lot jago banget sekarang sama Fnatic soal tim sama taktik, tapi kemarin gara-gara dia nggak individual step up gitu aja sih jadi kalah. Bro, lebih sih kayak gitu sih guys.
I don't think they played this aggressive on long thus far.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't. Meanwhile, EDG have tested those waters so many times.
They're making the
EDG fix pulang. Belum tentu guys anjing. Santai ini kan EDG pasti prepare defense juga, gue nggak tahu ya, let's see ya. Attackernya dapat 6, mungkin defense-nya kuat, nggak tahu kan pakai OP soalnya.
Oh no. He manages to get one. So much more was on the plate. But it just ends up being an appetizer, just a taste. Meanwhile, EDG with numbers advantage up in the hands of Aspas. And he's rotating through. It's gonna be late. I mean, both of them are still sitting on the other side of the map just now. They're going to invest a pit out from Chichu as well.
Dulu nggak sih, kakang dulu nggak sih.
Less effective.
Getar terus kayaknya.
Kong 39 HP. He drops less, heals up a little bit. Aspas with the op. Upgraded a weapon. And this would be a vintage Aspas round, Sean. If he can pull this off, satcheling forward, still has to deal with the pit. Nobody spotted on the other side, trying to deal with the target, trying to find which one is right, and he cannot. Nobody with 3 and 1 time 6.
Unbelievable end to this half, and I wouldn't have it any other way. 6-6, we are dead even. Wow.
We'll take a look at that round one more time, and the fact that Loud put together an unreal streak to get us to that point. Remember, it was EDG who was in control.
Gila, bagus banget, Cok.
They were in control
Di
the
pingpong
early
gitu,
part
Bang.
of the game. Loud rallies back into it. EDG though close out the half with 2 huge guns.
Tangannya pakai apa itu guys? Si kakang ya? Itu apa sih item-item itu guys? Itu apa sih guys?
Such an important round for them to get in the books. We're going to throw it over to the desk to break down their first half. Yinsu, take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. Yes, this cannot be any
Oh,
closer. 6-6
GG.
at the half. But let's take a look at the Verizon
Tapi Kangkang
high-speed
belum kelihatan,
moment
Ju.
here. A whole round, in
Koyo
fact, that
cabe,
ended up,
anjing.
Mimi with a massive
Anjing kau ya
So I
lama-lama
think
ya.
this is really indicative of this game, where I feel like Loud had great control. It starts off by them using these smokes to hold on to short control and pull out a lot of this high
Si Les ini aimnya gila banget,
their comp
Cok.
is really good for. You also see here, there's that burst
Koyo
smoke in the
cabe
late
lah.
round to help them
Talon
flood
pas lah
into
sekalian ini guys,
There's a lot of
plaster
great
mading
ideas with this
gitu.
double controller comp that set them up to win this round. But with 10 seconds left, Chichu comes in, he wins this 1v2 and gets EDG back in control. And I feel like this is indicative of so much of this half
Anjir, spraynya bagus banget ya Chichu ya.
Insane spray control from Chichu, but you're completely correct. It is essentially a mirror of what happened, I think, because Loud again came into this with solid ideas of how they wanted to play with the triple controller, but it came down to clutch big individual moments, players popping off, and that's what EDG have done to tie up essentially and make it as close as it's been at this half, 6-6, despite the fact that I think Loud
Bungkus
do have
kado
a
bang,
slightly better
anjing.
game plan.
Yeah, I absolutely agree there.
Sarung
In the
tangan
second half,
biliar.
though, I think things get interesting, because this is where I feel like it's a little bit harder to get use out of this triple controller. You can throw down
Tuh, arm tab buat
open
apa,
windows for
anjir?
extremity control. You can stall out against retakes.
Beli apa
quite
arm tab biar
a lot.
jago kayak
But I
Kangkang,
actually
Cok?
think this EDG comp, as it
Bukan
was in the
kopi,
first
anjir,
half,
tuh bisa
is
jadi air
really good
putih,
for
Cok.
pushing deep in these late round situations and actually
Karena nggak boleh ada
finding
merek kan, jadi
smokes
pakai
to
itu,
flood
guys.
retake.
Yeah, of course, the Reina on the defense as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what EDG and Kong have cooked up for us. Without further ado, let's get back into game and the second half with your casters. Back to you, Doug and Sean.
Mengurangi resiko cedera. Oh.
Thank you so much, Into. Just a few moments away from kicking off the second half, tied at 6.
Kayaknya di Ares ngantuk deh, guys. Besok mau nge-gym siangan, aku nggak mau terlalu begadang hari ini. Bang, kok belum dapat DM Paperrex ya? Sabar, anjing, sabar. Sabar, kita juga di DM, sabar aja, Blair. Udah gratis, mau buru-buru, jingkontot.
5 ready to lurk up short A right now, potentially with his Viper wall.
Udah giveaway gratis, mau buru-buru lagi.
An immediate counter util comes from EDG and lurk in the smoke.
How does he get away with that?
Dapet nggak tuh anjing udah?
He's got the chance for more. Not
Dapat
able to
lagi
connect
anjing.
though.
Kangkang.
Kong has shown up. He was at showers early on. The spike is still down. Smoggy reaggressing, taking the space that was left vacant.
Bukan
And
defendernya kan?
EDG in firm control.
Defendernya kan bener
Loud
kan?
just crumble. I mean, you see it. Their bodies are littered at the exit to A short. No traction found, no space gained. And ZOWIE's just left to sit and wonder about what went wrong.
Look at the setup too, on contact.
Paling minggu depan di kontaknya, tapi sekarang lagi sibuk kali ya tim HyperX.
Really trying to secure this round, but ZOWIE's.
Gosh, ZOWIE's, you gonna pull this off?
Gila kalau dapat sih gila ya, gua nggak tahu lagi ya. Satu kangkang bang, kangkang.
Danger for just a moment.
Kangkang atau Demon 1 sih.
You put yourself in a 1v4 like that.
Demon 1 atau something sih. Something atau 4 second sih. 4 second atau riodjaja sih.
It is massive.
riodjaja.
In Kangkang's hands, especially on this defensive half, has to be at the top of your priority list. He's already got the Marshall. I mean, he's going towards shower, and dog, I think we're about to see.
Just lagi sama teman-temannya rame, malu.
At the beginning of the previous round for this exact spot.
One way at the corner.
He's oh my god.
Oh, he
just
not
disrespects it, bro.
Do it again. You know he wants
I mean, he might.
Unreal. Smoggy taking out the solo short A lurker. That leaves only 3 players left. All 3 right here in front of Kangkang.
The tough angle. One way subsides. It's a no-scope. There are 2 of them. What? Kangkang teeing off on Loud. Slaughtering goats like this is an old ritual.
Jesus.
What?
Kaunzi next in line.
And of course, it's Kangkang. Who else? The 4K for him. EDG with the 2-round lead and an excellent start to the second half.
Tiko Fragger anjing kakak.
I really don't know the value of it, but I have seen something pop off with this Empress in this tournament. I think he's one of the only players that pop off with the Empress. But it's pretty wild that Kangkang has this going into the bonus round right now.
I mean, we talked about in the first half how they were so close to having an orbital strike, but yeah, the Empress takes a little bit less. Just what a performance out from Kangkang.
Huge disadvantage though on the guns here of this bonus. Despite having such a good eco round right there.
Difficult to convert for sure.
Yeah, it will definitely be a difficult round here for EDG. Deep brim smoke, and that you can afford to do that with this triple controller comp. They can afford to waste these smokes for map control. Trying to get a reaction right now out of EDG. Sniff out this setup, really figure out where they are. The Showers reaggress comes in, and Aspas is here with Sadak.
Oke, kalau Aspas mati selesai sih.
Yes, too.
Sadak has smoked the end of Shower, just like how we saw at Octagon.
Dude, Smoggy has an 8 as well. I mean, as soon as they sniff out, they've got to be careful. Yeah, Aspas, maybe not liking what's happening, not convinced that it's safe, takes a step back. They're going to rotate back B.
The flash comes through the teleport. I don't even believe it popped, but you could see the idea right there. They were trying to get info outside of that teleporter, and they back off out of Showers. The rotate is coming into B, but I don't know if it'll be here quick enough. Howdong on the rotate right now has a molly to stall this out. Oh, this could be bad for Loud, dog.
It's the first molly already used. Chichu holding on to the second, and there it is. In the face of the paranoia and the nade, they have to take a step back. The delay on this has been so good. They can't easily make their way out. This bonus very well may work off because there's still so much utility for them to play around. 13 seconds left. The spike's still not out, and it's finally starting to gain some traction. You have the rifle advantage, but can you convert? Chichu with the sidestep, the classic not connecting. Bonus EDG.
And with that buy,
Told you.
the stall on the B side coming in. Chichu's snake bites were incredible right there.
And honestly, I remember watching Kawanzin with the early flash just to clear Octagon, and I went, that's an audio cue.
Yes.
I mean, you have so much utility that you can use to delay this. I mean, you read that so well.
Yes. And I think, everyone has been a little bit critical of Nobody and his util usage on this solo initiator role.
Yeah.
But
Don bang, don nggak
I
bang.
think his guiding light made the play,
21 sih
right?
Yep.
It might have even popped, but it really didn't matter. They
And
still
player paling ganteng di VCT siapa bang? Riodjaja.
Right back into the action Loud with 5 sheriffs, just one player without armor, and that's Sadak. He's had some massive plays on this very map in this tournament. EDG are just playing in a different form right now.
Interesting idea by Nobody right there, not wanting to use any
Habis
of his
makan jadi
util
gantung
really. I think
kenapa
he's
ya?
waiting for this brim smoke to go down, get some information in the
Demon 1
mid-round,
ganteng.
take a
Demon
flash
1
right
kalau
there, outside of hookah, get some
skill
info,
juga termasuk ganteng Demon 1 sih.
make Kangkang cheat a little bit.
Ganteng
over
iya,
towards
jago
this
iya,
side.
bisa rollnya banyak iya.
Showers control maintained firmly right now by EDG. See Smoggy holding a super deep line.
Where do they go from here? Flash getting a little bit of info into showers.
This definitely
Kalau gua ganteng iya,
and Kong again is making
ganteng banget iya, profesional iya.
Let's got that.
That's unreal. Smoggy with a really nice trade that we're gonna have to see that on the replay. He repositions. That paranoia is gonna cause some problems. He's got to push into the smoke, expecting Sonic there. The satchel. Oh my gosh, they walked right by each other. Smoggy had no idea. Dealt with assassination style. They've lost control of the site. They've lost control of this round.
And this is a gorgeous post-plant setup. They have the crossfire from bench to default, the swing coming out of showers.
I don't know how they get back into this. It just went from bad to worse.
I don't think they do, Doug. I think this is over.
Chichu 1v4, 2 rifles on the other side. Sure, Aspas is weak, but when you have no idea of where he is, what are you going to do with it? A MasterCard Thrifty for Loud as they punch back.
Thrifty lagi, Cok.
Wow. Just when I thought Loud is potentially out of this game, they come in and get the MasterCard Thrifty. Aspas now having the showstopper in this full gun round. This is going to be a wild round. Buckle up because we have the Orbital Strike on Haldong.
Okay.
We have the Empress and
Aku pilih Jason karena talent. Kalau aku sih pilih Riojaja sih, Riojaja emang beda sih.
Right now. Super heavy play towards long B, potential stim peek on long. Catch someone off guard, and that's where the op is.
They're ready for it. That flash. Concon takes the line. But a second flash. But he's quiet with it.
Udah Franco, udah tuh guys. Bau ini lagi lucu banget anjing.
The way that the op is in play. And the jump spot coming out of Chichu, it's a bait. The way they set him up for these shots, Tui's is in big trouble here.
Can he connect? Yes, he can. Tui's again betrayed by just a pixel. How do they stabilize from here? You see Sonic is
lu nggak diajak, anjing. Diajak anjing.
The spike just now scooped up.
Franco siapa Franco Bang Winda, Cok.
He's knife out. He's knife out.
I think he even knifed Smoggy once, but it just wasn't enough.
For Loud, I mean, this round just feels so labored.
I think it really hurt them losing Tui's like that. He has a really strong off angle, but that's the kind of stuff Kong has been known to punish. So quick on the trigger.
Winda atau Kangkang? Winda sih.
All but hopeless here for Loud.
Winda number 1.
But I don't know if EDG's going to even give it to them.
Oh, dire strangers. Kawanzin drops.
Oh no!
Whoa! What have you done, Sean? Kawanzin with 2 massive kills. Nobody plucking Aspas out of the sky.
The Seeker? He's following it.
I mean, he's got to be careful here. He's here by himself and he falls.
Wah, es nggak sih?
The rotations are coming through. Kawanzin, 15 HP.
7, 6. The op is rotating.
Oh, just barely missing. Spike planted. Sunk into the soil of the site.
Aduh, Kangkang overpick anjing.
Chichu's gonna have to 1v2 this if he wants to pull this off. Kawanzin, 15 HP. The flash to take the line. Can Kawanzin pull it off? Yes, he can.
Kocak anjing. Kocak EDG.
So improbable.
He had 15 HP on that last fight.
From the 3-on-5, Kawanzin busts up
Kacak
short.
terus anjing EDG, Cok.
Pops the Seekers, follows them for the 3rd, takes out the 4th. That is an insane round from the young talent on Loud.
I mean, he was dropping on that first. I don't know how he destroyed nobody there the way that he did, but this right here. I mean, the freaking fadeaway. What a shot. What a play out of Loud.
And right after witnessing that ace come in, has to take the second time out for EDG. That is one that will definitely.
Nah, ini nge-throw banget, Cok. Kalau ini nge-throw sih. Itu round harus menang, guys. 5 lawan 3.
They're going to be really scraping at the bottom of the barrel if they buy here.
It's mad, dude. Loud, and you know, we've talked about this a little bit. I'm convinced that there's a little extra grit that ends up on a team when you make your way through Group D. Because Loud have had 2 instances now, just in this map, where we go, oh, Loud are done. Right? They're not going to be able to regain their footing. They're not going to be able to reestablish control. And they constantly just refuse to go away.
There's a reason, Doug, why heart of a champion is a saying. And Loud, it doesn't matter.
Ada taruhan kah? Nggak ada, jangan, nggak boleh.
They have 0 quit in them. And when I watch them play, they almost never.
Tadi Kangkang terlalu maksa sih. Dia mau nge-pick terlalu buru-buru sih, nggak nunggu temannya.
That was the only time that I have ever seen this team crumble in a big moment.
What a disaster that was. Historic. But Loud somehow still looking to fight to stay alive to defend their title. Previous champions winners.
We're going to get a fight here in showers. I think Kongkong's going to try to just immediately get a pick.
Smoggy with the Marshall, but that one way causing problems, and you can't do the same thing Reyna can do in a situation like that. You can't dismiss out. Aspas is going aggressive. He's got the ult. He's paranoid. The ult lands onto Smoggy.
Kongkong's still up in showers.
How is he still alive? Finally dealt with by Aspas. And EDG, now it's on them to crumble unless Chichu can pull off a 1v4 and get the spike defuse. 2 mollies, orb in hand. Kawanzin a little aggressive here on the pop and the swing, and now you see the stack. 3 members here.
Men, masa juara dunia kalah? Mungkin ini bisa kalah di map 1. San gua nggak tahu ya.
500 credits, like this would be a huge rifle to save, and no.
Not interested at all.
I think they bought down in such a way.
Aspas udah panas lagi guys ya menurut gue.
Actually into this 19th round.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay.
And I want to say Smoggy might have had enough to. Yeah, he did. Okay. Smart play by Smoggy right there. The reason why we saw the Marshall that last round, he saved money in the bank to get that operator onto Kongkong. That's definitely going to be a winning factor here. We saw him open up that previous 3-on-5 at Long B. It's just they couldn't convert it. Where is he going to go for this opening fight now? He wants to go fight out of hookah. Historically, this is a very difficult fight to take in a pro match, but no one, I believe, is going to be there to take. Oh,
he went a little late.
Gila Kangkang,
Puts it right between his eyes.
Does the reaction come out aloud? Les wants to go through this right now so bad.
Dude, they just invested Seekers too. And every inch that Seekers takes away is just space that EDG's going to fill behind it. They've got him controlled. They've got him corralled. They have him in showers right now. They can't flip the map.
All of the info is in EDG's hands, and Chichu, I think it's on Chichu to not overextend right here, but Smoggy goes through short.
Passes less, gets the kill. And again, you still have to deal with the flank that Chichu's been on for what feels like an eternity. Timing is everything. Aspas falls, all attention turned towards short, and that's when Chichu strikes. You see him creeping forward. He's going to have the spike too. This is going to be the round, Sean.
I don't think Kawanzin has the eyes in the back of his head. He had a crazy 3.
Oh no!
What?
What a play! What? Disaster! As everything fumbles! Kongkong left alone in a 1v2, and all of a sudden, a breath of life for Loud.
30 seconds left.
How does Kongkong pull this off? He's got to be quiet with it. He's got to be careful. He's got the element of surprise, but Chewy's wise to it. He knows he's there. He's ready. He's got to catch a swing.
Oh, the heal on the Reyna.
Seekers invested too, and look at the reposition out from Kawanzin.
No Lear's here.
Kawanzin creeping forward. Again, quiet on the approach. Not a single sound made, and Kongkong's gonna stick at the hole. Oh my gosh! How was that not through?
He got that!
How was that not through?
That's insane!
Show me the bar!
That is an insane round again from Kawanzin, Doug. I cannot believe it.
What?
He might have 15 frags, but dear God, these are some of the biggest rounds of this map right now. I cannot believe Loud just stole that round. That guiding light on short. And then this.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Where's the gap? I don't see it. There's no gap there.
You said it yesterday to me. It's better to be lucky than good. I think Kawanzin has proved these both right now. That is insane.
I mean, for such a pivotal round to go their way. Mere milliseconds, the decider.
Oke banget anjing itu semua bangsat.
Control. EDG on a weird buy. 2 stingers, 2 pistols, and a guardian for Chichu. Oh, what a turn of events. No real time to dwell for it either if you're EDG, because Loud were already knocking on P's door. The crunch is nice through teleporter.
This is a very weird round right now.
They're gonna flip the map too. I mean, look at Loud.
No way. Do they know Aspas is?
I mean, they know now. Chichu with nothing but a sliver of health, 1 HP, and Aspas still
Gila.
being a nuisance, being a problem. Eventually meets his demise, but through all of that, Loud has taken the spike, and they're going back towards A.
Well, hold up, Doug. I think I've seen this before.
I mean, they've upgraded weapons too, Sean. Kongkong has a Vandal. Not like
Okay,
this.
setahun kepake. Iya kayaknya guys anjing.
Brim Molly, the Omen blind. These are crazy pieces of util that could catch people out in the middle of the open, stall the plant. I see how it would be possible.
Discipline is paramount here if you're EDG. The rounds that feel the safest, the rounds that feel the most secure, are often the most dangerous. Sadak with the paranoia, snapping onto nobody. He's going to get so much more of a challenge, and Kong and Smoggy avoid disaster. Tie us at 10, and remember, this was 2 Stingers, a Guardian, and Sheriffs.
That's insane. That's actually insane that this is EDG wins. But, I mean, there has been so many rounds where I feel like EDG has these incredible advantages. And I cannot believe they can't close them out.
Lurus banget tuh Stinger gue liat.
This happens.
What?
And you're quickly reminded what keeps this team in the game. It's not the 3-on-5 plays. It's not all the crossfires. It's just incredible little micro plays. The skill across this EDG roster is, it might be unmatched.
They've gone toe-to-toe with
Protnya nggak ada, soalnya lagi di apa? Soalnya lagi badai katanya di Amerika.
The Omen one-way showers again, putting a huge thorn in the side right now of EDG, and the short pop is happening. Omen ult into U-Haul, and the paint shell frag onto less.
They're gonna fully crunch though. This is gonna be really difficult for Loud. If you don't reestablish Shower's control, I think this is gonna be tough to hold.
I don't know about this Viper's pit right here, Doug. They pit out of Showers. That's an interesting call by Chichu.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, but they've got to funnel him out because, again, they don't have Shower's control, and now the pit's going to have to be dealt with. Kamonzine is dropped, so they've got the flank. I mean, they're stuck in U-Haul.
The movement!
They're stuck in U-Haul. Tui's and Aspas punch back. A 2v2 pit still in play as Aspas drops it with the judge. Smoggy left alone. The Satchel to buy some time to reposition and take a different angle, try to isolate the gunfights. Tui's so weak. Smoggy orbital strike in his lab, has to take a step back, and there's nowhere to
Ultinya si
run.
Chichu jelek juga sih itu.
Take the lead once more.
Oh man, EDG from the 5-on-4. Again, these advantageous scenarios, they cannot close them out. They can't do it.
This is mad. Aspas found so much value with the judge. That snap onto Chichu, I mean, secures the round.
Waduh, ini kalau kalah sih kayak berat ya Esen ya.
I have to question that Viper's pit. I'm not a fan. Just gives free shots, just taking free shots all over. No punish in sight right there coming from EDG. And now Loud look to get on map point here.
And they have 2 ults to do with it, and there's one of them. Aspas pushing forward with the showstopper.
So there's no good.
No. Nothing found beneath them.
They've been stuck though.
Oh, that might be exactly what they're doing, Sean. You're absolutely right. Nobody's holding the line.
Gila bagus banget cok picknya nih, Nobody gak kena serang tapi dia nggak hit orang.
Safe to go through either. That's a fake once more. And look at the rotations. Howdong's already heading back to A.
This is the dream scenario for EDG. They've found the solo initiator. The player that gets the information for this composition. And right now, Loud, they're going to have to take an absolute stab at this. They have no idea what's going on across the map.
Yeah, but you can tell Loud have a plan here.
They left the spike, though. Look where the spike is.
Exactly. Sadak just put the spike down. So remember, they faked the teleport to suggest that they're going back A. They've cut noise. And now Sadak is going to make some presence A.
Oh.
Given that they're down in numbers, given that they don't have an initiator, they have to try to manipulate this and try to marionette their way through the round. But can they do it? Lesh just creeps his way forward, drops
It's on Smoggy. Smoggy.
Oh, he's got too many targets to deal with. He can't.
The player showers. Sadak finds it, and now we're in a 2-on-2. This is anyone's game right now, Doug.
Tui's just so weak. Sadak may be caught with utility out. You got to be careful. The timing's not on your side. Nobody drops him. 10 seconds left. Tui's left in a 1v2 with nothing but a sliver of HP. 11, and that's not going to be enough. Nobody gets 4, and of course, we're tied once more.
Kita lihat ulti guys, belah sama anjing.
Up by 2 and you win, Type B, and they are not down. This is just going back and forth at this point. This is insane. The fights happening across the map.
Dude, you called that stuff out of Hookah too, and it was perfect. They couldn't find any space out of Hookah. They couldn't find any space out of Octagon.
Gila rapi banget.
And that forced Loud into this disastrous situation where they were discombobulated and they were indecisive on it.
Ini kayaknya sih harusnya menang ya guys ya.
Regulation coming in here. Fraud taking one for Loud.
EDG harusnya menang sih guys ya.
In that first half, the adjustment coming in so quick. I am so excited to see what he's calling out of this timeout. I think the B site is shut down for business. If I'm being honest here, Doug, but here's the thing. If I'm after on EDG, I know that as well. And there could be a little bit of reverse psychology. There could be some mind games going on. I think
EDG menang kata Raju 13-11, EDG menang. Let's see ya. Let's see ya.
Just because EDG will believe this is going to be an A round. And they will rotate as if it were an A round. So something like that.
Apakah ada Juda di sini? Aku nggak judi guys ini guys. Aku adanya scam ini, scam membership.
Les's pit. I mentioned it before. This pit on bind is very difficult to deal with.
We got to take a look at the money situation too, as we're so near the end of this map. Les, we talked about his pit, and fortunately he has the pit, so he can be a little bit safer. But all he has is a stinger.
Early hookah pressure going to come in right now from Kawanzin and Aspas.
Kawanzin and Aspas.
Single goal right now is if someone pushes longer, a guiding light comes down, get hit by it, make a presence. Nothing does, so he's immediately heading back to this A site. Light hookah pressure. I don't think they have any intentions of going B this round, Doug.
Okay.
Fortunately for EDG, they have 3 members A. That's where all of Loud seems to be headed.
I think at this point also EDG has realized Sadak is a solo showers lurker. I think they're going to take the fight to him right now in this mid round.
Dude, Smoggy hasn't been cleared either. Sadak gets the first of Paranoia. He somehow
nice,
eventually dies. Nobody on the regress. Loud just crumble. Wow. They get obliterated as EDG find themselves on map point.
And just like that, they
Miskin dong.
take the lead right at the finish line. But Loud, they played that smart. They left enough in the tank for a buy here on this last round.
Sure.
They purposely have.
Wah, Smoggy dapat 2 itu GG sih.
Sadak here missing a Paranoia, which I'm going to be honest, I think that's a really big piece, as well as a boombot, a sting for lack of a quick long kick. There's a lot of stuff actually missing.
Gila Kakang GG guys. Kakang pakai Reyna 26 kill anjing. GG berarti, Cok.
Push short. The first sign of aggression comes in the last round.
Kong has an op. You hear it rattled off, sending a shiver down their spine. There's the swing out. Smoggy getting the best of Les. And they take a step back. EDG looking to go for the jugular, but it's countered back.
I think that's a light win for Loud. The 4-on-4. That's going to spread EDG out, and they found the brimstone. That's the stall in this comp. They don't have 3 controllers.
Sadak has to stay alive here. Sadak has to stay alive. Just narrowly going wide.
And more importantly, though, that keeps Smoggy at this A site. So what is the play from Loud right now? You can see they are just at a snail's pace right now on this minimap. They are slowly moving towards A.
Meanwhile,
getting so much space in showers.
Well, he's got to be careful, though. He's by himself. You were mentioning Smoggy a moment ago. He rotated back A.
Oh, the Seekers come out. They're going to know only one player is at this A side. They are going to pounce so fast.
But can he do it again? Up in hand.
Yeah,
no! Doesn't even get a
over
shot.
peak.
Aspas drops him, and now he scoops it up. Loud in a position to take us to OT.
Smoggy showstopper.
And that's really not a surprise. You're right. The nade first. Aspas repositioning. A 3v3. It's just the showstopper. Tui's 1 point away from the orbital strike.
Could be waiting for the guiding light coming in from nobody.
There's the ult. The first clear. Oh, the flash! Aspas with the clean movement, getting away, staying alive, potentially preserving the round as nobody's on the flank. Tui's dropped, and they've got Aspas and Kawanzin corralled. There's nowhere for them to go. Smoggy with 4.
Nice try, nice try, nice try. Lauten seru anjing.
Oh my goodness! What a map from EDG.
Gila EDG, Cok.
I can't believe it. After losing all of those advantageous scenarios, wasting ults, it doesn't matter. You get shot in the face, you die. You die, Doug. That's how this works. This is an FPS game.
Freaking A, Bren was right.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Map 1 going in favor of EDG. Ascend on the other side. We'll be right back.
Yo, live chat YouTube ngebug, guys. The fuck? Ngebak anjing live save itu kan sana aja bangsat. Nambahin dulu ya.
Dikit lagi cok sumpah.
Memang benar apa kata pepatah, kalau jodoh terlari kemana.
Ini kalau nyanyi di Discord gini,
guys ya, gue bingung mau nyari.
Ini pakai efek ya guys suaranya.
Topik apa lagi?
Oh beda sih kayak suaranya gitu.
Thank you.
Gimik apa lagi? Tadi bukan gimik, semua tadi bukan gimik ya.
Gitu,
Boulevard, Jihan itu emang bukan gimik. Thank you Acis. Gue kayak merasa ada ikatan aja cuy. Oke, tar, gue mau ngomong dulu guys.
Ini live chatnya masih ngebak kah? Nah,
guys silakan kalian berkarya. Cuma kalau mau udahan, nggak usah merasa nggak enak. Mau pamit, mau istirahat, please let us know. Kasih tahu kita aja ya. Thank you.
Enggak aman Bang Brando.
Best friend gue.
Aman.
Tuh, suaranya kayak berat-berat gitu guys.
Don't get me dirty. Love on me. Love on me. She cannot come with. I just got a date. Level up with me. If you fuck with me. Oh.
Itu pakai efek. Iya kan? Ada suaranya tuh kayak ada.
Kau yang singgah tapi tak sungguh.
Tuh kayak suaranya tuh kayak dalam gitu guys.
Kau yang singgah tapi tak sungguh. Ku kira kau rumah, nyatanya kau cuma aku sewa dari tubuh seorang perempuan.
Itu reverb namanya ya?
Memintaku untuk pulang.
Suaranya tuh kayak dalam banget gitu loh anjing. Aslinya pasti nggak begitu kan suara aslinya. Nah copyright nggak apa, kan nyanyi cover kan, dikit cover.
Ini rumah gue Agnes guys.
Anjay.
Kapan terakhir kali kamu dapat tertidur tenang? Tak perlu memikirkan tentang apa yang akan datang di esok hari.
Bang Winda aja. Tapi ini guys ya. Harusnya Bang Winda buka ini nggak sih? Apa sih buka media share nggak sih? Ya nggak sih? Harusnya guys. Gue makan ini kemarin guys sama anak-anak Djaja. Kapan terakhir kamu dapat tertidur lelap? Jadi saya numpuk nggak sih bang? Nggak apa-apa sih, emang kayak seru aja gitu ada lagu-lagu gitu kan. Ambil popcat ini ya. Gue gak tau nih DRX pengen nonton, cuman kayak pengen tidur guys. Serba salah ya. Aduh. Tapi berapa kali kamu dapat tertidur lelap? EDG tapi kuat sih. Ini gua ngelihat sih EDG ini guys. Dia lagi top form ya. Teman-temannya lagi perform. Mapnya atau mungkin emang dia lagi jago. Kita lihat guys, di map kedua Essen apakah mereka masih bisa perform ya? Soalnya ini mapnya loud banget nih, Essen nih, bro. Kalau misalnya bisa close bisa menang 2-0 sini, bisa banget. DRX apa Fnatic, Bang? DRX cuman kayaknya faktanya mengatakan di Fnatic sih. Fakta yang ada akan mengatakan Fnatic bakal lebih unggul harusnya.
Kau bisa menjawabnya lebih dari ya.
Ayo guys, kita selesaikan popcat ini guys. Ini bener-bener live streaming 5 jam terrandom teman-teman.
Bersama
13 juta lagi.
After taking map number 1. Now after, I just want to ask you real quick, you guys are on the precipice of getting to your best finish ever at an international event. What's it going to take to finish the job here today?
现在 EDG 距离自己的国际赛事最好成绩又近了一步了。为了达成这样的一个目标，还需要做什么呢？
我觉得我们其实在第一张图还是葬送了很多优势局，其实只要把这件事情做好，我们就可以拿下胜利。
I think on map 1 we definitely lose some rounds that we had advantages. So definitely if we can fix this, I think we can pick up the win.
All right, great. Well, congratulations and good luck on the next map. EDG looking to close it out 2-0. Back to you guys.
They're looking to repeat history.
Kena omong pisang di ikan metal stock bang? Emang ada omong pisang guys? Gak tau.
Mimi and Brent, honestly for a while there I thought Loud are gonna take this. They look
Kapan terakhir kamu dapat tidur lelap?
What happened?
Fantastic question. I've been wondering myself what the answer to that one is. It was a ridiculous game all across the board that I think was defined by both teams for little mistakes or little slip-ups in the late rounds. They were pushing people over the line.
Pero sama EDG di mana Bang Rio? Ya harus PG Paperrex sih. Cuman kita nggak tahu.
It was a game that I think in the first half was a lot about the strategy and the comps, but the second half, I think a lot of it came down to these crazy clutch situations, and that's just where EDG is excellent.
Where they thrive, it really is where they thrive, and those little missteps that just got them over the line on top of it, but also I think Loud kind of ran out of ideas and gas a little bit as well on their attack side towards the later end of things.
Saran buat player solo com biar WS Bang. Biar WS caranya adalah main apa sih, main role yang kamu suka banget aja. Biar kamu jago banget pas lagi main.
I mean, maybe you got the paranoia, but really you're missing some other pieces if your initiator's not on point with it. And they really did struggle, I think, as well. They were getting bogged down consistently. Chichu just saving. He had double snake bites in multiple instances where he was just bogging them out, got an absolute chokehold and just buying time for the rest of the team.
Yeah, and also, of course,
baru masih Paperrex lah, masih.
What did you guys make of it?
I thought it was really good. I mean,
300 bro ACS bro.
Makes sense for this guy. He's dropping 300 ACS. This guy's ridiculous. You set up that he's probably going to op a lot, and he did. And I thought they used it really well on defense, using their Viper utility to get him forward on angles to get a lot of critical opening picks, and on the attack side too, playing with when he's opping, when he's not, and really forcing Loud to kind of play with expectations. And I was really impressed by that. I thought it was very well called by Haodong into when they were using the op, when they weren't, and where they were positioning it.
That was my big point, is actually using that, because so many teams are just counter-striking now, checking the money, holding tab, looking at how much they've got in the bank, and expecting operator every single round that Can afford it. And when they were mixing in the rifle rounds and still playing slowly, it conditioned your opponents to think, guys, they're contacting with Can with an operator in this round. There were those early where they had the rifles in hands.
Bang, bisa dibilang tahun ini ASEA Prime nggak Bang? Prime, but yang lain juga masih Prime juga.
Really good map overall by EDG, really nice clutch. And I do wonder which direction the series is now going to go into, because I do think, again, still, map pool does favor Loud as we get deeper and deeper into it, especially looking at Ascent and into Haven.
Yeah, and speaking of Kong, here he is in the AIM Lab shoot-around. Of course, going on to the second map, we're probably going to get the Aspas versus Kong Jet v Jet battle.
Yeah, I think we should expect
dia low sense
the two was excellent. People have been critiquing Aspas about his play on other agents besides the Jet. But I thought he's been great on pretty much every agent thus far here, and it was no different on that Jet is always going to be his starring role. This is, though, where Loud should feel comfortable. They've always been great on Ascent. It's always the map that they can go to in these late games to close out series. But for EDG, I actually have liked some of the things they're showing on their Ascent thus far. I think Haodong as a caller, again, has gotten a lot better at mid-rounding on the attack side as of late.
They're really proactive, actually.
Kemarin nggak nobar kemarin kocak.
Trying to take space actively to try and get that information to play off of. So I do wonder, you know, when Frog was talking about the amount of preparation they've done ahead of this match and the amount of VODs they watch their opponents, I wonder how much of that does come down to Ascent, because if they can catch that out, if EDG end up trying to, you know, re-clear the space in the mid-round portions on the defense side,
apakah itu rahasia aim lengket,
Bang?
Bang?
Have something in terms of just a read to be able to shut that down pretty heavily.
Yeah, and speaking of Fraud, he is standing by right now with Paper Thin.
Nih, Cico
what
nih.
he has to say ahead of map 2.
Cico jago banget nih, Cico.
Paper Thin back again here now with Coach Fraud from Loud. Tough loss there on map number 1. What's the message to the team going into Ascent to help get them to slow down and maybe take down EDG coming into the next map?
Just stick to our guns. I mean, we have a good understanding of how they like to play. We've practiced a lot against them as well.
Daerah Fnatic pengen, cuma gue ngantuk guys. 2-0 dulu tapi itu 2-0 dong biar enak gitu loh, biar cepat gitu. Kalau 2-1 sih gue ngantuk sih bro. Besok pengen nge-gym soalnya.
Because they tend to slow things down. So we just gotta, come out shooting and hopefully we take this win.
All right, Grell, good luck on the next map, brother. We'll see you later. Take care. All right, well, that is Loud's coach, Fraud. We're going to throw it back over to you.
Let's go. Over to you.
Thank you very much. They do have a great chance on Ascent, but Mimi, what did you make of what Fraud had to say there?
I think the biggest issue there, he's spot on. It's the late rounds, and it's Loud making, I think, some individual mistakes, some mistaken coordination. We started the day by really bigging up how good Loud has been in those moments with the coordination, but I felt like players were going off, trying to make an individual play, and at times it was working out for players like Kao and Zine. There's also a lot of rounds where someone's dying for no reason, things are slipping away, but like the casters were talking about, if there was a team to bring things back, it'd be Loud. They're
Aspas Jet.
moments, and
Alright, one duelist.
no surprises.
Mogi kayo. Alright. Sama ya. Kok sama guys. Branto nyanyi bang.
Yeah, and I think it's going to come down to again just the reading the tendencies that Loud have on EDG. Like I said, they get proactive on their
Kejap kau akan ku hapus dirimu yang selama ini ada di situ. Mengapa hanya dalam sesaat saja ke tempat diriku berada Hisatsu teleport orto. Nah, gimana?
Tapi lucu banget deh. Gua cerita tuh yang di TikTok itu yang kemarin si JKT48 ke event Nivea ya, 17-an ya. Mereka nyanyinya tuh kocak banget anjing. Yang jangan berbohong itu lucu banget anjing, sumpah. Itu beneran mereka ikutin guys liriknya guys. Literally diikutin sama member-member juga, kocak banget anjing. Kalau kalian lihat klipnya guys ya, anjing kocak-kocak banget anjing sumpah. Gue sih ngakak banget anjing. JKT48 apa yang ngikutin cok lagu liriknya Bang Winda anjing. Ya nggak sih? Oh isi teru, jangan berbohong. Lucu banget anjing itu si Z sama siapa gitu sama Fioni yang oh isi teru. Gitu anjing beneran jangan berbohong anjing, padahal aslinya ya emang gitu liriknya. Agak kocak, kagak gitu sebenarnya guys. Ini kenapa jadi Riojaja anjing? Kenapa ada yang dari Riojaja bangsat?
Best sih tadi.
Sikat baca.
Oke, silakan.
Request apa guys di live chat? Coba dong. Request apa nih? Kita bacain.
I wouldn't think so.
Giveaway-nya udah kemarin bangsat.
EDG on the attacking side. See the bites. 3 ghosts for the aforementioned. Well, Loud have 3 ghosts of their own.
Oh, that turret doesn't spot.
Dude, that's no way. How?
Wah, Cicu mati nih. Cicu mati nih.
Chichu's waiting just on the other side of it. Aspas with the crosshair train. Trigger aches for the touch, and it's not connecting. Aspas. That paranoia is so good, but the dart is better. You're absolutely right. And they're going to continue to brawl through
gila nobody.
The dash forward at because he decapitates Sanak.
W Gaming anjing ini fix.
What an amazing tactic to bust open the quad mid-stack.
Gila, masa flawless.
And that's exactly what it is, Sean. A prime gaming flawless for EDG as they open up Ascent with a bang.
I don't know how that turret wasn't spotting the cat. It looked like a disaster in the making.
Well, what's mad too is that they didn't even really capitalize on it at first. You saw the first shots were a little wide and they don't connect, but then the bounce is just so good.
Terbanglah tinggi ke angkasa.
Definitely not. You see the buyout from Edward Gaming.
Ya kan, gitu kan?
Bulldogs, a Marshall. Well, there was a Marshall.
Ada si pindah circle siapa guys?
This is the base setup you're going to see a
Ya,
lot
ini
here
kagak
on
ada
set.
cowok.
Omen and KO both starting towards this A side. Omen can stall this out very one ways at A main. Look at the shift actually coming in from Loud. They're reading a B hit, and boy, are they right.
Where's Chichu's turn?
Chichu's turn.
It's a very interesting turret. They were playing it off of it for the push. Here comes the B hit.
Coba di window 24 jam kan? Betul, karena udah pakai website sekarang, udah cepet.
And two of them still haven't joined on the side. If they can find a timing to pop out from the smokes, this could be everything. They've got a flash that they can swing
anjing.
with. Kawanzin able to hold the first with the work. Falling, and then you see the kills just trading back and forth. Kong pushing forward, 3K on the round for him, but unaware of where Les is. And of course, it would be a last round if he can pull this off. One bullet, one target. Can it deliver? Les on the snap, and no. Smoggy drops him. EDG get a second.
One bullet. Smoggy at 19 HP, and he just hits him with the swing. Ooh, dodges that shot. Felt like I was watching Nia right there for a second. That was so dicey for EDG. Now they're bonus.
Itu kalau kena dia mati juga anjing.
But again, that swing, bro. That's so bold.
It's very, very bold.
Hampir mati sih. Itu hampir mati sih guys anjing. Aku nggak lagi squad mati Jesslyn. Ntar Paperrex aja.
And Aspas with a super advanced positioning. So turret first contact, Aspas second contact, Odin spamming also. That's a pretty ridiculous setup on B.
Pretty ridiculous setup on B.
What might be waiting for them on the other side? They also just invested the dart towards B. They're not going to take the space, but
this is
off of that, they
can
shit.
The molly to stall out the hit, but Kong's way past that.
He's through. He's paranoid. How did they not see each other in that situation? Kong is taking so much damage. 4 members of Loud are here. Remember the gun advantage that they have. It's just 2 rifles in the hand of EDG. Kong lit up. Kawanzin pushing forward with the Odin, and they're able to keep them back. What? Ooh, Chichu nicely done to get one.
Okay, nice bonus.
Loud flood out towards A.
Such a well played around by this.
Gak sama Cijes bang, besok aja lah pas Paperrex.
Very scary. When Kong
Paperrex tanggal berapa sih? Paperrex tanggal berapa sih? VLR atau
It looked like it was a coin flip at that moment, but the stall smoke on site, the spray to stall them out also at the door.
3 hari.
Oh,
tanggal 25 guys. Masih lama guys.
Well played by those two.
Masih lama sini.
Again, Kong still one off of This is a pretty good buy for EDG with another punchy round at very least after, even if they were to lose this round. Dart to clear out mid, smoke on Cat, and Kong has a lot of pace going up mid right now.
Les has to be careful here. The knife tags him, the alarm bot is cleared.
They can vandalize something anjing.
That's a lot of info. They know that the KJ is inside.
Senjata nambah damage gak sih? Enggak, anjir kocak. Mana ada.
Kong breaks the alarm bot, and you can see what it does to the rotations. It forces Sadak to rotate over towards spawn, makes the A side weak, and that's what gets the one-way out of
There's a lot of info that Aspas is getting right now. He's able to take the deep line into wine.
Dan apabila tak bersamamu, ku pastikan ku jalani dunia.
Very weak B side.
Remember Loud and how fast they were on their flood in the previous round. And yeah, that was with a gun advantage. But this time it's going to be a little bit more delayed. They haven't rotated quickly enough. Kawanzin trying to delay the push.
Parah banget komennya anjing. Kalian komennya di Bang Winda parah banget coy anjing.
Smoggy with nothing to do there. A great flash up from Sadak. And Kawanzin's already gotten a third. This spam is just so oppressive, Sean.
They had the right sight. They did all of the right things. But they could not account for Kawanzin in this Odin.
Odinnya tai sih anjing. Odinnya tai sih dia. Odin orang-orang Fasova tuh tai, Cok.
He was able to reload, and really the onus is on EDG with just 10 seconds left. They've got to clear what's happening back site. The dart swings out. Howdong's already dropped. Nobody with nothing but 12 HP. Clock is going to expire. See if he can take any kills with him. No, he cannot. We're tied at 2.
Loud played that masterfully.
I mean, Kawanzin was a legend.
Yeah.
His hold back on site was everything.
The rotate was able to come in. They lived backside for so long. A stall smoke as well coming in from Tui's.
Dia 3 kill nggak tuh Odin.
Than that, given the fact that their rotations were absolutely shredded by EDG. Like I said, you know, even though EDG lost that round, this is still a very winnable Thrifty right here for them. Kong's going to pop this Blade Storm really early.
They've got 4 sheriffs. I mean, I feel like you're selling me a little copium here, but I mean, I'll take the bait a little bit. We'll see if what he can do with the blades.
He's taking the fight to Sadak right here. I think this fragment grenade will not slow him down in the slightest.
I mean, we saw it a couple of rounds ago, right? He just dashed forward, but he's
already
taking so much damage.
Ah, dia low, Cok.
Remember, that's such a key to their success in this situation, too. It's just blades, the sheriffs. It's all about catching somebody slipping,
what
right?
the
Trying to
fuck?
catch a timing. You see nobody there trying to catch some space off of the drone.
No one's rotating right now into defender spawn, and that leaves everything wide open right now for Kong Kong. He is on a mission right now.
That's a gun.
That's an op.
Yeah. Is that really what you want in this situation, though? It is Kong Kong, though, so we'll see. Elias has already dropped 2, and he may just make that a non-factor.
Last player standing.
Right, a 1v4 with the op. Not happening. Not happening this time. Kawanzine is, I feel like he's tallied up close to what? 10 kills in the last 2 rounds? Maybe not quite 10, but pretty close to it with the Odin by itself.
Tapi map defender sih. Map defender, guys. Map defender kalau EDG bisa dapat 4 kayaknya aman sih.
And nobody does have the Hunter Spirit to counter out Lesses. But do they opt to do that? Sometimes we have seen teams try to use the Hunter Spirit to enter the sites.
Right.
And then they have plans in the mid-round to maybe push the standard lockdowns, right? Push into tree if you take A. Push into A heaven. Create a lot of chaos. We could see something like that coming out of this timeout.
Kalau mau sampai menang bang, mau EDG sih, biar cepet.
Kawanzine has been a pest. So difficult to deal with in these last couple of rounds with the Odin. And mind you, their buy, they didn't have a buy in the previous round. So we'll see how things look now. You mentioned the Hunter's Fury that has to be discussed from nobody. They've also got a couple of players on EDG, Sean, that are close to having their ults online. Chichu's very close to his. Smoggy's just 2 points off of having his null command. So they have some tools here.
Ya kalau langsung pulang bang, betul.
Now this is a pretty pivotal timeout. I think EDG's attack side looked pretty good earlier on in this tournament when I watched them on Ascent. But it was a lot of hero plays.
Fnatic pengen lawan, cuma gue pengen nonton kayak ngantuk deh guys. Ini kemungkinan 2-1 soalnya.
Really key rounds of the half, like the bonus, the pistol, having ult value. So this is a round I'm looking for him to come online. Standard spread across the map right now for EDG. That's a knife that's going to go above market. It could catch Ospas.
Yeah, he has the op. Is there a challenge? Maybe Kong Kong peeks?
He should be holding for this jump spot. He's not going to get it.
Dart not tagging him. There's the knife. There it is. No dash found. Is there going to be a challenge? No.
But very aware of where this operator is, right? It's in the middle of the map. They know to put pressure there. They now know the KO is also on B, so the A setup.
Oh, that was so close. Nobody's got
Ya,
careful here.
nobody nggak dapat.
He took the bait. It was a tantalizing temptation to have Aspas out there to be taken.
Ya mati nih
He
Jaka.
just wasn't able to convert on it.
Whoa!
The timings are brutal right now for the players on this round.
These are mad. They're going to push into spawn. Sadak is here. He's ready. He's waiting. Oh, maybe he wasn't ready. First found, the second falls.
EDG nge-wave terus yo.
Criminal.
And with that, you could see Loud now retreating very, very passively. Tui's up in heaven, along with Kawanzine. Hadong looking for anything. Trying to create presence, trying to put pressure on this A site. If you look, Smoggy has the spike,
30
and
seconds
he's
left.
just praying someone just slips.
Yeah, give him a free one.
Yeah. Cover going out. Loud refuses.
Oh, they're just so disciplined. They're going to rotate back towards A, and yeah, the spike is likely going to go down. But you can't imagine it holds on for long. Hadong has to go massive here in this smoke.
Yeah.
And he can do nothing. Smoggy left by himself. He was able to drop the first. A little bit of a bold approach. The second is there. He's got a shot at this. Oh my gosh.
Udah ding anjir.
45 HP. Oh, that was uncomfortably close.
I don't even know how that got so close.
Oh. Loud avoid disaster and take the round.
Wah gila sih
I
hampir
also think,
cowok.
Sean, that was a very important round for Loud because that's now 2 times where we've seen mid presence be
Aspas lagi turu anjing.
Or by space taken, and Sadak rotates back into spawn.
Yes.
Right, so now he has seen, not only is that the correct way to be playing this, but he knows that EDG is going to try to push and take that space.
Yeah, I think EDG's game plan right now might be to take fights into Sadak, actually. Looking at how they're approaching this, it's a lot of mid plays into spawn, mid plays into, you know, cat hits.
Venue-nya lagi nggak ada penonton guys gara-gara lagi badai katanya.
Taking fights to the rotators in those scenarios.
What is this gamble stack from Loud? 3 were towards B, and Sadak was, I mean, essentially there as well.
Early drone into mid.
And look at how they're poised right now. Dude, you've got Les who was just playing back in
Look
spawn.
at Sadak's flash. Les will be swinging with this. This is an insane trap play. Chi-Chu is in big trouble.
There's the flash. Oh, there was the swing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What a setup. Dude, they've got the read on what EDG are trying to do right now.
They do, but this is an A-plow, and Tui's all alone. This is looking like a lockdown retake.
He wasn't alone for long.
Oh,
what?
No.
Sadak and Les are already here.
Okay,
he's able to drop the first on his own.
Yeah, plucked right through the smoke. Another first death going nobody's way. And this lockdown is going to be very, very difficult for EDG to contest.
Oh, borderline impossible. There it is. The lockdown used, Chi-Chu. Everything exploding in front of him. The flash as he tried to get a gift of a kill. Not able to connect. Yeah, but I mean, there's still so many things they're going to have to deal with. And there's just no way. Kongkong's going to have to 1v4 to pull this off. They've gotten close to it.
Yeah,
there's just no way to pull that off, though.
The rounds early on for EDG, I can see what they're going for, and their game plans. It's honestly very good. I think what they're doing to Loud's rotations and the sites they're hitting, they're doing it all correctly. But the first deaths going their way, particularly onto Nobody, this Sova roll, are back-breaking on the attack half of Ascent.
The side that's already just so difficult to manage as it is, and you're right, when you lose Sova in situations like that,
mapnya,
it's just like playing the half on hard mode. But with all that said, EDG still with 2 on the potential to maybe get the 5 and keep this competitive. They've got to be careful. Flash dart setup, there's the spam. Not going to connect onto anyone. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon.
That was at B, so it filters the player out of tiles into the second Odin spamming at B.
That's insane,
and then Aspas takes the line in mid, but Kongkong's pace right now.
You got to be careful, though, in situations like this. The pressure, the feeling the need to make a hero play, and it doesn't pan out. There's an op there. He knows it now. Somehow gets by, upgrades the weapon, but these numbers... It's just so difficult to manage a disadvantage when you're in situations like this.
Yeah, that was an incredible opening right there by Loud. The double Odin spam on the B side of the map. You're obviously going to jump away from tiles. You're going to go right into B main, into the second Odin. And then the op in mid is going to take the line. Tui's closing it out. Great support as well, rotating into the site to protect Sadak.
Hey, that's a telestrator round if I've ever seen one.
That was gorgeous.
That's also 6 rounds in a row for Loud. We'll see if we get a replay of it one more time because it was that pretty.
EDG harus dapat 3 dulu sini, 6-3 dulu sih.
Right now that in their prior Ascent games they didn't have, right? Yeah. Aspas.
Soalnya ada 3 ulti guys.
Right now.
Ada lockdown, ada
Sova ult. He commands a lot of util when they find out where he is. And that's the one thing right now Loud has going for him, just the fact that it's the name. That's a molly to potentially break any turret on this B site, but nothing is there.
Note here too, there's no turret to get contact for Aspas here. He's just up by himself, and yeah, he's got a couple of shocks, but the space given away.
Oh, the Hunter's free to push him out of main.
And they're going to try to crunch in through mid at the exact same time. 3 members here. You've got Smoggy who's controlling mid as well. And there's the counter. That should clear things out. Meanwhile, Aspas getting one with the op. There you go. Lockdown clear. Chi-Chu aggressive onto Sadak.
No fight here for Nobody.
But Smoggy was behind him. The mid space that they had spent so much time and so much investment in trying to control.
They're rolling to A now. The spike is going through defender spawn.
Nice ball, Smoggy.
Kill onto Tui's. That opens the site so much. You've also got Chichu who's able to control the rotates. Aspas can't find a way out. Kawanzin's left by himself, trying to spam with the Odin. There's the dart. That may have hit him. That may have hit him in the face. Upgrading a weapon, but Smoggy's there to greet.
Gila, nice one.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That was incredible. I mean, I truly do think EDG has put together a great attack half. Here you can see, they drop that lockdown and they know the Hunter's Fury will come to cancel it out. So they have alert coming through market. Simultaneously, also looking into defender spawn. And they're aggressively fighting B as this Hunter's Fury is cast.
Oke. 6-3 nih kalau menang lagi. Menang EDG 6-4 ya, 6-4 ya.
Much Loud were insistent on protecting that area of the map. You see why? The one moment there's a slip up there, they punish. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be a factor in this round. EDG, a heavy lean towards A. 3 members of Loud here.
Doug, Kong will pick into this site. Is there a jump spot behind default? Very hard shot to hit.
That's so difficult. That paranoia, though, is going to connect. And he dashes into the cloud burst. So I thought the timing on him was going to be good, but Sadak was there to drop him. Drone cleared out. And now the counter to try to find some space. EDG have not been able to get their way out from main.
Sendirian, Cok. Kakak masuk ya, Cok. Kasih OP dah.
I don't know how they get out from this point on. No flashes on Smoggy. They're going to have to shoot their way out.
The tip of the spear has been blunted. But can they find another? Sonic with nuts, but 30 bullets in that weapon. Very nice sidestep to drop and dodge the damage. A couple of members of EDG here threatening. There's no plan B. They haven't taken space elsewhere. This is a full commitment towards A. And Audong tried catching him, but Tui's was wise to it.
Maksa banget, Cok. EDG, Cok.
Yeah, that was the only option right there, is to create the space with the Omen. And Tui's read that like a book.
Yeah.
What a hold on this A site.
Chichu, what are you up to, man? What is this? With only a few seconds left, really, in this round, the spike isn't going to make its way out onto the site. There's got a shot. Oh, nobody's aware. Oh, never mind. No, he's not. No, he's not. For a moment, looked back to where Aspas was headed, but just as quickly, he turns away, and a second timeout called from EDG in the first half.
I can respect it. I'm going to be real with you here, Doug. I think they need a couple more rounds on the board here. I don't know if their defensive half is solidified enough to run back. I mean, from here, it could be a 9-3, so they would need 9 or 10 to stay in this game. That's a lot to ask for a team that, you know, doesn't typically enjoy playing Ascent.
Yeah. That's a very good point. That's just such a risky call to go effectively blind without after for the rest of the map. It's a gamble. We'll see if it pays off. Loud's defense has been stalwart. They've only lost 1 round after dropping the pistol and then the subsequent. It's been all Loud, man.
It truly has. And Smoggy, I feel like right now after has to be looking for a play to get Smoggy an orb and plow a site, right? Take all of this util out of Loud's hands. They are stalling them to death when they enter these sites. I mean, we're seeing it every round at A. The KO.
Oh, Bang belum tidur, Bang. Lagi nobar, guys. Watch party, WP.
At B, Kawanzin retreats all the way to the back with less. It is so difficult right now for EDG to
Pas juga bau
the
sih.
second layer of these hits.
Can Loud deny once more on the other side of this timeout? You see the buy for
Abot main
EDG.
gitar
It's
di
not
Bang
great.
Win. Parah kalinya.
Just as a frenzy.
We might get an Ospas round right here, Doug.
Wait, what is this buy? They're not going to have anything to buy in the next. Aspas, you're right. Another opener with the op. And they still have the alarm bot, so they can fall back and still control this area.
So well done. He falls off of mid, uses the drone to get set up on the B line. The dart comes in, they clear out B main. Less rotating, knows people are in market. But the frag goes Hadong's way, and he's about to get a 1 again against Sadak, and this could really even things up.
We'll see what they can do. Sadak with the molly and the flash. And then you've got Kawanzin who's controlling the other side. And remember, it is an Odin.
Wah,
Maybe they reaggress
all of this
towards
space.
Yeah, dude, they have EDG completely surrounded.
And it's still winnable, though. The 1-for-1 on the Omen, that typically is that lockdown player on the A site.
Aspas taking an aggressive line. He's got the op, and that's exactly where they're headed. Crosshair, steady, right onto Howdong, and he's gonna get away. I mean, this is death by 1,000 cuts.
30 seconds
They have
left.
slowly and meticulously picked EDG apart.
Another off angle.
It's just Smoggy by himself now. And given the financial situation, he's not going to be able to carry the rifle into the next round. Loud get to 8. EDG are in serious trouble here.
That's just gorgeous movement right there coming out of Aspas. Taking the off angle on a deep line in B main at the end of that round.
Aspas tiba-tiba panas ya pakai OP.
He's directly below market. That's the crosshair placement of someone peeking that angle, Doug, is high.
Yeah.
So everything he did here, using updrafts almost like a dash. This is the Aspas we know and love in Americas.
You see the buyout from EDG, the repercussions of the previous round. It's just one rifle for Howdong. Couple of stingers, inspectors.
They didn't break the darts. They didn't break the darts.
And that very well could be their demise. Aspas is here as well. Kong falls as Aspas somehow hits the second. He's going for the third. The shorty connects, but Howdong punches back. 3v2, and again, it's just Howdong with a rifle. Smoggy's brought back up. All he's got is a Spectre, though.
Yeah, they really didn't retrieve very much, even though they grabbed those 2 frags. The op remains down. This is going to be a super difficult round here for EDG. This alarm bot is still up in mid. They haven't dealt with that.
And remember, this is very similar to the previous round where you mentioned there's no entry.
Yeah.
So it all goes out onto Howdong to create the space.
Very well played. Loaning Omen smokes over to this B site. The KO knife clears
Bang,
out
kalau
B main.
i7 game 7 kuat nggak ya? Kurang game 7 udah lama.
Feeling super comfy, stacking the A site with 2 right now.
See the lockdown investment.
30 seconds left.
Sadak opting to get the Odin instead of the operator, now rotating through.
Double Omen smokes heaven gives them a lot of space. Chichu debates going into door.
Spike planted.
Second thoughts.
Yeah, timing's ahead of this. I mean, they get the spike down and they're happy to give up the space.
Oh, for sure. They can defend this from main. This is a winnable round here for EDG.
Howdong with no more smokes, but he does have ult. Keep an eye on that. Does he make an aggressive play? Does he try to get behind them? See the spam not connecting. Tui's on the tap, and now the paranoia to push forward.
Still not halved.
No real intentions of going elsewhere. Sadak dropped. Tui's though on the counter. It's very nice.
Ah.
EDG are making a run at this.
They're going to double swing, Doug.
Less. 1v2. Oh, and they didn't double swing. They didn't double swing at all, but it's okay. Oh, Howdong with 3 and EDG
Kau
with 4.
ngapain, Loud? Anjing. Apa ultinya di situ?
Another nail biter of a situation.
That was robbery by EDG to win that 4th round. Much needed going into their defensive half.
You take a look at it one more.
It's just the spam.
Dude, you said it earlier, Sean. Sometimes you really are better lucky than good. And
kalau menang pistol jadi 8-6 sih bisa banget sih.
Again, the defensive side of Ascent should be favored. Loud amass a good lead, but EDG are sticking in this. We had the opportunity to talk to Tui's a little bit earlier, and let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Yoi.
Acho que a gente tá se sentindo bem, tipo, um pouco triste pós-jogo, né, normal. Mas acho que a gente jogou bem, teve muitos rounds cruciais que a gente perdeu. Acho que a gente tava acertando bastante coisa também. Mas tem muito mérito também do Paperrex, jogo grande assim, no detalhe. Acho que talvez eles surpreenderam talvez só em mostrando
60 FPS, kalau main Valorant tuh bukan VGA guys, prosesor.
Isso não foi o key point, sabe? Eu acho que a composição de Fênix a gente já esperava, era mais a Lotus mesmo, que a gente não tinha informação sobre eles. Mas também o Fênix na mão do Jing, ele é um jogador que joga muito bem com o boneco e trouxe alguns rounds pro time. Eu acho que foi mais, não é mais sobre o agente, era mais sobre o mapa ter feito algo diferente, sabe? clutchzinho que os caras ganharam, que fez toda a diferença, sabe? Mas foi um bom jogo.
Just absolutely beeline it into the B site. Let's here with the sheriff. And that is
Mirip Sheriff gua nggak? Mirip Sheriff gua yang kemarin, Cok.
Acho que vai ser um jogo bem legal. Eles têm um estilo de jogo diferente
Guys,
também.
mirip Sheriff gua kemarin nggak?
Estão crescendo bastante no campeonato, são um time muito forte. Acho que o principal ponto forte deles, acho que é a individualidade deles. Acho que eles têm 5 caras que são muito bons individualmente e trazem muito round aleatório. Também eles têm um estilo de jogo agressivo também. Gostam de fazer plays. E é isso, é um jogo que você tem que ficar ligado. Temos mais uma chance e vamos mostrar o que a gente veio. Porque a gente tá aqui, sabe, fazer o nosso. Se divertir. Queria dizer também que a gente tá muito preparado para representar o Brasil nesse campeonato e eu quero a torcida de todo mundo. É difícil representar aqui com apoio contra, mas eu quero que vocês continuem torcendo por nós.
Loud left their stamp on that first half. They're up 8-4.
Okay, mirip gak?
Leading into the second half of Ascent, but now they're on the attacking side, Sean. And
Lihat guys.
man.
I've seen Loud struggle here.
Lihat guys.
They have struggled here very, very recently. This is a half for the star players of EDG to really come online. Defensive half of Ascent, very, very easy half to play. Oh, the Dart gets a ping. They know this is a B hit and they have the stack, Doug.
Mirip gak?
Goes aggressive. No way. There's no way. You're absolutely right. Nobody wasn't even looking. Kawanzin and Aspas. The tandem duo to drop a couple in twoies. Flies across the screen to get another. Howdong and Smoggy, the only 2 remaining, and it's all on to Howdong there.
Lah kok kalah pistolnya kocak.
The attack side pistol is beautiful for Loud.
Nobody. There's wall riding right there like it was Tony Hawk Pro Scare. He's so blind. So blind. The util coming in from Loud was perfect right there. Actually, can't wait to see this on the replay.
Emang gelap, guys?
I'm not gonna get it, but good God, that util.
Anjing nggak gelap, bangsat bohong.
They cut open B site so easily.
It was a decisive.
After can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it either. It was a decisive round from Loud. And that nets them the ever-important pistol.
Yeah, the mid-stack for EDG. This is a very desperate play. And Tui's immediately sees it. That's going to cause a speed up here towards A, potentially. No, they think better of it. The knife comes in. Get anything.
Well, you got to be careful here because Chichu is left mid.
Yeah, look where
all he has is a
nobody
ghost.
has got to. He might end up falling here, though.
What?
See at the beginning, but Les finally connects. And there's Chichu at the timing. Remember, all he has is a ghost.
But he has all of the info, and you can see EDG it's a foot race to this B site. They'll have the stack here. I don't know if Loud will be aware of that.
I mean, maybe a foot race, but you really don't have the weaponry to punch back.
No, but he is so close right now, Doug.
Aspas taking space and taking Smoggy down too. He's gonna catch both of them. This is just so free.
Yeah,
flagnya kelamaan, guys.
Flank right now, Loud, super aware of Chichu's positioning.
Yeah, they know. I mean, Tui's just expecting it. He's ready. He was waiting. A prime game and flawless comes through for Loud as they balloon their lead. Now 6 rounds.
We are officially in must-win territory. This is the game. If EDG were to
Bahkan kalau udah kelar live langsung teleport ke lagu speed up. Wah, lagu apa tuh?
This is about as close to a must-win round as you could possibly get. Again, it's facing a 6-round deficit. They've got Gunzo and they have armor this time.
Looking to take this initial fight into Cat.
This is messy. You got to be careful. Loud Spy is actually really strong here.
It's
just one Spectre.
Late Omen one way coming in. Howdong keeping into line. And they have a 3.
Teleportnya nggak bisa sembarangan, guys. Harus live streaming, anjing.
The double push coming out of B main.
Chichu once again taking a lot of space, but Kankang feeling some of the pressure.
Chichu might be able to punish less here.
I thought for just a moment there would have been a window for him to be able to play around, but no, Sadak pushes forward. Kankang has to give the space back.
Doug Les is so aware.
But can he deal with him? The first drop, the second spotted. Nobody bests him.
Gila kena bonus, Cok.
Meanwhile, all of that was going on. Howdong had gotten into a cheeky little spot in Wine. That could have been the difference maker, but he was dealt with too.
Nah, cuma mati satu sih anjing.
Sean, it feels like Haven is
Jelek banget defense si EDG, Cok.
It does indeed. This would require some real heroics for EDG to bring back this game. I actually don't even know if the play for nobody could be to go for this, actually, just because it might be a better chance of him winning that 1-on-4 than this comeback.
Yeah. The buy's not going to be great.
The ults are building super quick across the board for Loud, and when those ults come online, it's almost a free round.
Yeah, I mean, the snowball.
Belum 2 digit aja kill mereka semua.
3 rounds in a row for Loud. You mentioned the ultimate situation. They've got money to work with for days.
Yes. And you can see EDG very aware of this. They're buying into this round. They know they cannot give up 12. The comeback would be near impossible from that moment on.
Oh, di Iteru.
So long already. Concon playing in that smoke mid, and he's got a little bit of help behind him. All there is a turret on B.
This B side, it is
Pasti menang
on the
Loud.
verge of being lost.
3-nya Heaven ya.
Right for the taking. Smoggy trying to find the timing. Not able to do so as last pass aggresses. My goodness. That was just beautiful.
He's taking the perfect space. No one in defender spawn right now. How about rotating from mid? They deal with Kong in market.
Tried dashing back and just dash his way into the next round. Meanwhile, they're trying to fight for B main.
Wah, kena bantai guys. Kena bantai.
They both have rifles. And there are a lot of members weak on the side of Loud, but the crossfire setup that they have is just so devastating. Even if you drop a couple, there are layers to Loud setup. Loud get to map point.
12-4. No
Apa
timeout.
ini?
We got to remember, after took both of those timeouts in the first half, and things were looking dire. And honestly, it didn't help. In the grand scheme of things, we're sitting now at 12-4. Easy round by Loud, shown right there. They're laughing about it.
When you've got a Loud who's this confident, who's this in control, laughing with elimination, hovering over, it's a scary sight. But they're just up so big right now. Yeah, EDG's able to amass another buy.
Gets a little bit of info there for nobody. So that's going to trigger the drone to clear back up B main. They see the Killjoy turret here. They recognize now it is a Killjoy Sova setup here. I don't know if they're going to read that. Smoggy is a third player in this site. He's ready to break this lockdown.
Between the nano, yeah, that's very nicely done.
I like to see that out of EG. That shows me right there, their heads are still in this game. Yeah. They are really thinking through what Loud is capable of, what their ult plays could be. That was a very good counter, given where we are in this game.
Apa ini flash gitu ya? Nge-flash tapi nggak nge-pick, sayang banget ya.
Oh yeah, I do think though the alarm bot location, very spicy. That could latch onto Osboss and they could follow that for a kill, but he goes up and over into the site.
And right into Smoggy's lap, right into his crosshair too. Sonic with the counter though, they still have mid control, nobody trying to peek out.
Nobody jackpot pick ya.
So much better in that situation. And again, as things go back and forth like that when you're down in numbers, yeah, it's up to 0. Kong almost gets both. Less with 2 HP. Kong keeps it alive. The Red Bull clutch for EDG.
That's the moment we've been looking for EDG. Kong with the star player moment when they need him most, keeping them in this game right now. I'm gonna remind, this is the defense side of Ascent. I know that's a lot of cope. There's a lot of cope in me saying that, but I have seen crazy things happen on this map. Once the star players from EDG get activated, once they start feeling out the pace of the rounds that Loud is trying to accomplish, I think they could. First, they need to really get through these ults. Look at the ults on Loud right now.
Just one step taken and a marathon left to run for EDG. And you're right, those ults can be devastating.
This is certainly looking like an A pop here. The flash is coming in from Sadak to clear out main, but L-timed counter knife. The flash catches Haldong. They found it.
Jelek banget picknya, sumpah deh.
Probably get the null command.
Nobody with the ult. Kong with the first. Chichu can get that kill, maybe there's a shot at this, but again, a 2
MD funny.
that just goes from bad to worse.
Chewy's with the perfect Omel, but he cancels. They just want to close it out on this A side.
And that seems inevitable once more. I mean, nobody is just getting peppered from every single side possible. Loud dominate EDG on their map pick and take us to Haven. And what a performance that was, Sean.
What a bounce back. That is some champion pedigree right there coming out of Loud after how...
Jelas tuh EDG, Cok. Terus satu map juga kayak Paperrex samanya nih.
Hatiku saat
ku duduk berdua denganmu.
Nice.
Berjalan bersamamu. Gila, suaranya bagus-bagus ya guys ya. Menarilah denganku. Kalau nggak bisa main gitar kayak gue bisa kali gini guys ya.
namun bila hari ini adalah yang terakhir, namun ku tetap bahagia. Selalu ku syukuri,
begitulah adanya. Bila kau ingin sendiri, cepat-cepatlah sampaikan kepadaku
agar ku tak dan buatku tinggi banget anjir. Bila nanti saatnya telah tiba, ku ingin kau menjadi istriku, berjalan bersamamu dalam terik dan hujan, berlarian ke sana kemari dan tertawa. Namun bila saat berpisah tiba,
Thank you, Akmal.
Inginkan ku menjaga harimu.
Teknik si Ibra.
berdua menikmati pelukan di ujung waktu. Sudilah kau temani diriku.
Oke, mantap. Bagusan tinggi, kayaknya ketinggian tadi guys ngambilnya guys. Gua ngerti guys. Sebelum ref agak ketinggian. Tapi oke lah.
Cepat-cepatlah sampaikan kepadaku agar ku tak berharap dan buat kau
Bersedih.
Siap, thank you Ilham.
Bila nanti
Saatnya telah tiba.
ku ingin kau
Kalau gak masuk. Coba DM. Coba aku tanya admin nanti.
berjalan
Bersamamu dalam terik dan hujan, kesana kemari dan tertawa. Namun bila saatnya kisah tiba, izinkan ku menjaga harimu.
berdua menikmati pelukan di ujung waktu. Sudilah
Celengan rindu.
temani
Keren. Wah, gila cuy.
Sudilah kau menjadi Sudilah kau menjadi istriku.
Rap
berapa sih guys Indonesia guys?
Rap dulu gak sih kalau masih kuat nih?
Oh 5.000 coy kayaknya juga. Anjing worth that. Oh.
Rap dulu nggak? Rap dulu kali ya biar semangat.
Anjing
nih,
masih 9 juta anjing, gimana kejarnya bangsa?
Nah ini aja apa siapa namanya? Apa? Sigit nge-rap aja Sigit coba. Salah. Kevin.
Sigit. Grab git.
Kevin.
Kasih bonci kadap nanti.
Boleh. Itu asik tuh. Ya. Rap Indonesia, let's go. Serius.
Nggak apa-apa.
Iya, emang kenapa?
Ini kotor loh bang.
Nggak apa-apa, it's okay. Ini jam malam.
Oke. Ini salah satu signature gue juga nih.
Oke, let's go.
Iya.
Sikat git.
So, this is bonci kadap guys. Let's go.
Anjing, beneran.
Oh, Sigit, Kevin. Oke, udah.
Oke, kita nge-rap guys.
Oh, gitu. Ya ada.
2, 3, 4.
Ngejarnya gimana guys, anjing 9 juta guys.
Go.
Sada kontol sama lo semua, ngentot sama lo semua. Sada kontol sama lo semua, ngentot. Ya, oke. Ini cerita tentang pahitnya hidup. Rezeki kadang datang terkadang makin surut. Nyari duit pusing nyampe jidat mengkerut. Problem terus datang dan terus mengikut. Juta orang bener berdi gua langsung cabut. Kalau negeri main judi bareng tutut. Gue bisa mati dengan lagu asal nyebut. Ya udah kita balik lagi. Go asada kontol sama lo semua. Ngentot sama lo semua. Asada kontol sama lo semua. Ngentot.
Itu kapan 9 jutanya, Cok?
Here we go again. Kita di museum again. Ada Kevin joget di sini, ada Jerry aja. Tentu saja ada Winda bersaudara. Gak bisa nge-rap tapi ya udah freestyle aja. Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, itu yang dinamakan freestyle ya? Itu freestyle itu ngikutin beat nada lagu tapi kita bikin sendiri liriknya dengan cepat. Itu freestyle namanya di dalam dunia rap ya.
Pegel guys, anjing pegel, Cok.
Oh.
Mbak Winda kan sering freestyle juga guys. Secara editor buat kode 17 kan lagi ada yang kerjain kami.
Sama lo semua, ngentot sama lo semua, ngentot sama lo semua.
Tertarik dunia musik guys. Sigit rapnya very legit kata Tofu. Sigit Pamungka ya kayaknya. Semuanya MVP lah. Semua best friend gua MVP coy.
Bonci kadap guys.
Gokil, Lex, thank you Lex. Pecah sih itu asik banget sih, Sheesh.
Pecah banget.
Nah, balas, Vin, balas, Vin.
Bisa ya.
Balas. Kasih balas warna rap Indonesia, kasih.
Udah sih kita ya asik tuh.
Enggak, kamu.
Enggak,
Ayo rap Indonesia apa sih? Bondan tuh ada rapnya tuh kalau nggak salah, yang ada mix rapnya.
Bondan.
Aku kurang bagus bang kalau nge-rap Indo.
Yonglek bagus, ada yang bagus.
Gitu,
Freestyle.
Apa sih rap Indo yang bagus guys?
Freestyle Inggris bro misalnya. Gila keren. Oke.
Ya udah yang luar deh, Vin, kasih rap yang cepat gitu, yang cepat gitu coba. Ayolah.
Apa?
Ya?
Nggak bisa aku bang kalau rap cepet-cepet gitu.
Lah tadi selama ini yang saya macam begitu. Yang
belum
kayak
lirik. Oke.
Oh Eminem mungkin.
Cuman nggak ini loh, nggak. Buset Eminem susah banget bro, nggak nyampe.
Emang tadi yang kamu lakukan bukan rap cepat yang sebelumnya?
Emang tuh cepet hitungannya?
Cepat.
Ini banyak nyamuk, Cok. Coba gue cari audionya dulu ya.
Thank you Amar King. Thank you. Ya cobalah. Let's go.
Sekedap.
Let's go. 50.000. Ayo. Tar dulu guys, Rich Brian. Bondan. Sigit, tar dulu Sigit guys. Tar dulu, gantian dulu dong.
Tangan gue udah berotot deh guys.
Hey, thank you, Rap God.
Request Rap God. And the timing they choose to use their utility against this.
Tangan gue udah berotot deh, Cok.
I mean, Loud are just a masterclass team. I think when I think of them on Haven in particular with this composition, they have so many different looks on it. They're starting on the defense side. It's the attack side that I'm most impressed with when I look at Loud play this one. But I'm just praying from the bottom of my heart that EDG have come to this prepared and ready to play against this comp. Because if they aren't, it might be a repeat of the second map that we've already seen. One-sided affair.
This is a huge test for Edward Gaming to try and make their deepest run, to make it into the top 4, try and go further here in Champs LA. Louder, of course, though, the reigning champion. They probably feel so little pressure here. This is where they are comfortable. And if they can close out here, they have an opportunity to defend their title deeper into this tournament.
Well, it all comes down to this. This is
Kaminari, kamu editor, boleh DM aku ya. Kaminari mau DM aku ya, Kaminari. Aku lagi masih nyari sih yang freelance.
And Sean to take us through.
Thank you so much, Jinsu. Yeah, elimination on the line, and of course it would be one map to decide it all. And there are so many conversations we can have already, Sean, right? We've got to talk about Harbor Viper. We've got to talk about EDG's comp that they run on Haven and the question marks that can kind of...
DM aku di Instagram ya. Kalau nggak DM aku di Discord juga aja. Kadang-kadang Instagram suka nggak masuk soalnya.
A lot of things that are going against EDG early. Yeah. But we do not see a lot of ciphers going into the Harbor Viper. I think Chichu...
IG kamu apa IG kamu IG?
His lurks, in particular towards Garage, towards B, towards C, the left side of the map actually are phenomenal. He opens up so many mid rounds for EDG. On the other hand, someone like Nobody with this Sova will probably struggle to find value. Right off the bat, we see a triple challenge here on this A-long position and a retake wall cutting across C and Garage.
And as soon as they see that, the Harbor wall goes up. You've got an alarm bot on the other side, but hang on, Kong has gotten behind it. He's gotten past it.
Spam kill.
He's got to be able to find some value though, because he's left by himself. He can't convert. Even with the fault line there, nothing is found. Less on the swing. He's already gotten 3 on the round. The 4th. Aspas takes the ace, but it's a flawless round for Loud.
Ngapain ya begitu?
And the Harbor Viper reigns supreme for Loud. This is the team that innovated this comp. They brought it to VCT Americas, and everyone followed suit like sheep. And they dominated everyone week in and week out. And this is how they did it. Constant harassment into the site through the smokes. Great positioning across the map. Good timings on the high tide coming out of Tui's. And again, the triple challenge on A. But now we have the Viper shifting over here. This is different.
Where was that dart headed? Sadak's getting the first. There we see the dart land, but
one enemy remaining.
As soon as the dart falls, EDG's bodies fall with it. Nobody's left by himself.
Diratain, Cok.
As close as you could possibly get.
Right, if you took a couple blinks, a long blink, you missed that round.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that gets you a check on bingo.
Are we doing that today? I don't think I saw that.
I don't think so. That was pretty banging, though.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
EDG now in a position where they have to punch back. Nobody's the only one who's collected a frag up until this point, but they've got rifles. They have full armor on Nobody and Kong respectively.
Another shift, though, coming out of Loud. We're going to see a cascade likely coming into lobby.
Ini kalau misalnya berantakan lagi bisa kalah sih, Cok.
They've moved Aspas on this C site. Ooh.
They're ahead of this.
They're going to just aggro into this.
What do they have? Konzine has a flash. They could pop and fight on the other side of the smoke.
They think twice.
So do EDG, interestingly enough. Yeah. What are they looking for?
I think EDG is just poised for a reaggress on long here. You can see they have a high-low with Kong and Smoggy.
Yeah, the spike is on the opposite side. It just rotated all the way to double doors.
Chichu's just trying to break some Killjoy utility, and I think he needed some help from Nobody right there. But this is definitely going to be an A play. Here's that high tide cutting across both bricks, long and short.
Yeah,
such a powerful piece of util.
On long, though, Kong was already ahead of it, so Smoggy can disrespect that wall.
Oh, this fault line's going to catch two. Kong could really tee off on these site players if the timing's right.
You've got Sadak back site, though, who's now flashed, and they still haven't found their way out. That paranoia
He's
now
vulnerable.
you see the aftershock. Now they continue to funnel their way out, but they've all tucked. This could be disaster. Kakang's already taken care of.
Enggak di setun.
With the cove in his face, tries to spam through and deny the plant, but he can't.
Nice.
EDG with a ferocious take of the site.
30 seconds left.
Less than 2 by themselves. And it's all on to Les. He cannot convert. EDG are on the board.
Berdarah-darah guys.
Such a delicate round. Masterfully right there. I mean, once all of those stall smokes were going in left side sight, people were funneling in on that wall, coming out of B-Link. That was a very difficult round, and you can see Smoggy swinging, grabbing 2 as a breach. Oh, must-win bonus round for EDG. But now, the op comes out. Aspas back at this A site, and again, this is where the hit's going to be coming. The breach util will come in on long A.
There it is, pushes him off the early angle, even does catch him.
He's coming back.
EDG filling on the space behind it, but is the flash going to be enough? Oh, goodness, again, such a delicate dance.
They got the dash out. The dash out of Aspas is what's likely going to stop him from playing super aggressive on this A site. They break again. It's the Killjoy util. They're messing with the rotations right now. Chichu's so good on this lurk roll. The drone likely going to come in garage right now.
To clear out Les's position. Yeah, there's the cam too. A consideration on the drone.
We're looking at a garage split right now, and I'm worried for this spike. I am very worried for nobody getting caught in garage.
Sadak is here to help too. They should know now. Yeah, they know now. They know that both are here. Les with an aggressive peek and the spam through onto Chichu. He tries to connect, but look at Kong. Look at the rat.
Yeah.
Les was aware.
This is all just a ruse. They're going A, but there's so much noise given to Aspas. Look at the rotate.
Remember, he still has an op. He's going to be the one to control short. He's the only one on site right now.
I think they realize he could be short. They know. But can they do anything about it?
The lockdown's going to be a problem. He's going to have to fight his way out of this. He tries to get some high ground, tries to go up top and conceal himself, and he can't.
Nice.
EDG deal with him.
It's a great plant, though, Doug. Look, it's a plant for long with the lockdown. They can play this.
They fill behind the space. Chichu playing in short, both of them walled off. They got a cascade, they've got a high tide.
The cove.
Oh, and he can't even get it to half. Sonic didn't get half. It's all on the Kawanzin, and he can't deliver either.
They've done it.
Kakaknya cupu tapi teman-temannya bangkit guys.
Oh my gosh, they are so ready for the util, the way they're playing in these mid rounds that are so difficult. Loud is throwing everything at them.
Kangkang guys, lagi kangkang.
Lockdown with Aspas nested in short. I thought it was over.
Yeah.
That was an incredible play by Loud. That's countered again by EDG. And EDG now have Loud on the ropes economically.
Cicu sih.
Massive round from Chichu there.
Untuk Kakang walaupun nggak apa teman-temannya bantu dia guys buat step up.
And of course we're right back into it this time. It seemed like Tuis was trying to take an aggressive line down short. Nothing but a sheriff here. Kawanzin the only one with the better gun.
Cicu dari dulu sih, Cicu tuh mainnya tuh kayak ini kayak 4 second gitu loh. Sentinelnya gila dia. M-nya, ROM-nya serem banget.
We have that cascade coming up long. Loud creeping. What is the response from EDG when this cascade falls? Cypher cam, beautiful by Chichu.
Oh.
What?
That's a bad way to die. That's a horrible way to die. In the Trailblazer, aftershock, darted, everything. Aspas playing inside the smoke. He has nothing but a sheriff here. Dodges the paranoia somehow. Do they know he's there? I don't think they know. Oh, they didn't know.
I know exactly.
Let's get
read
some
a
first,
second.
but
No
again.
way, they can't read this.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Caged.
But he runs out of ammo. Dealt serious damage.
Masih mati dua tuh anjing.
Had a shot at it for just a moment.
What an unreal. How did he know?
Les was able to get, well, I mean, this was just so unfortunate if you're Kawanzin. I mean, they spot you with the cam, you were forced into a Trailblazer, and then you're aftershock, you're darted, everything. That was just miserable. But again, Aspas was in a position there, Les getting a kill with the sheriff because he was also gone undetected.
Yeah.
He had also gone undetected, excuse me. Had a shot at it. and avoids disaster. Early timeout called here by Fraud.
Very early, but much needed. These 3 rounds all lost at the A site. As an in-game leader, this is the dream for EDG. They've opened up the playbook massively. They've proven they can take this A site at will. So Loud now has to adjust. They have to be ready to hold A. Do they have a flood retake planned with maybe getting a Harbor ult online? You know, Seeker's 1 off now at this point. There's a lot of things they could do.
Lot bisa pulang sih guys. Kalau Lot pulang berarti most probably Fnatic akan on EDG ya kayaknya.
This is an IGL's dream moment.
Probabilitas terbesar.
The question is, do they lean into that? Right? Do they use that to their advantage? Because you're right, it feels like they're running circles around Loud right now. If you know that you have that advantage, yeah, throw a little curveball in there and see what happens. See the different look is out of Loud. 2 members towards A. In Tui's and Kawanzin. And it is an op in the hands of Aspas, and it almost seems like they're expecting to see it.
Yeah, I definitely don't blame Fraud. But they're just going to keep at what's working, and I respect this massively for EDG. This is a hard decision to make as an in-game leader, to keep just doing what's working until they can stop it.
If it ain't broke.
Nobody going to help Chichu now get this garage control, break the alarm bot, make sure this nano's out of the play. There's the smoke right on top of Les's lap. You can see the nano is burned.
That was really nice.
This is so well played right now by EDG. The pressure they are putting on this left side of the map again.
Aduh, picknya jelek banget Chichu nih.
Everything, but nobody taking less out. The alarm bot's now down in garage. This 3-player A setup has to break.
You expect them to flip here. That Trailblazer only spotted 1, but there was a flash over the top when that high tide was still up to confirm presence.
Yeah, I think you can see Loud keeping 3 on A now after that Trailblazer. And EDG is aware of it. They're walking away. They've yet to test this C-side. The guiding light comes over long, gets no info, and that should be the cue right now for Loud to hightail it quickly across the map, but they're not doing it. They are not biting.
Aspas is already here. Howdong has the spike.
30 seconds left.
It's a fake TP.
Nice. Well
it's
done.
a fake TP, so put a seed of doubt in Aspas's mind. Did he TP across?
And that's going to keep him there tethered onto that area for just a moment. Meanwhile, the rest of EDG is intent on committing onto the site. You see Konkon dashing forward. Sada cleans him up, 13 seconds left. They still have, they've got to get the spike down. Howdong's trying to do his best, but none of them can see a thing. Kawanzin holds the site.
12 HP loh anjing.
Gets Loud their 3rd.
How does Kawanzin walk away from that alive? The stack from Loud looked so bold. It's so unlikely that would happen, watching how the round was playing out. But an overcooked call from EDG. They go back into this A site in the mid-round. Honestly, I can't blame them, Doug. The guiding light went over long, got no info. That's just a hard read by Loud.
And a massive play from Kawanzin, who now has Seekers online. You hear the blades used by Konkon at the opening of the round, surrounded by rifles.
And we are not going A this round. There is no chance of an A hit right now.
The alarm bot spotting it. Nobody clear. There's a rolling thunder. And it's just Aspas who's here on the site, but he should be able to get away by the narrowest of margins, gets past the smoke and preserves life. And of course, as Konkon wants to push, is there a flash? Is there something for him to scale with?
Seekers and this retake wall. Do they give it up or do they play in front of it? Tough decision to make right now for EDG, but they play up.
Yeah, it seems like they're digging their heels into the sand.
4 players in front of this wall. Seekers go to waste. The Trailblazer comes in, combined with the dart, and Konkon remains aggressive.
What are Loud waiting for? What are they looking for? What's the cue? There's the flash. Konkon once again dropped off that angle. Kawanzin taking care of nobody at the beginning. And they're going to have this pinch from the other side. They have to deal with Garage as well. And now you see the flood come through from Loud, surrounding Konkon, dropping him, leaving Chichu by himself. The retake from Loud is masterful.
EDG played with fire right there, and boy, did they get burned. Kawanzin had a full kit of util. The Seekers come out, the Trailblazer comes out. And just when, Konkon thinks the flood is about to happen, a guiding light swing, and that breaks the setup completely. Konkon falls down. The player at logs is left pants down. At that moment, it was over for EDG on that side hold.
There's that flash that you were referring to, or the second actually. And when you had that presence and the pressure coming in from Garage, it was just too much to deal with.
huge round for Loud, and now things have changed so much since that timeout. Look at this. EDG only a shorty on Haodong right now.
Kangkang, ayo
What is the
melek.
play? Is he gonna ult backside B, ult heaven A? What do you do with a shorty?
Ayo melek Kangkang.
Oh, Haodong in trouble.
Yo.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He had nowhere to go. But he did what he set out to do. He got the spike down. They've invested the Reckoning. They're trying to push him off the site. Meanwhile, Aspas has taken all this space down long. And again, it's a barrage of utility from the defensive side. C's not safe. They're aggressing forward on the site too. They've got him cornered in grass with nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Chichu and Smoggy left alone as Sadak holds the defuse by himself.
What?
Another decisive round from Loud.
The ult value coming in from Loud right now is just too much for EDG.
Nakalag kasi lagi guys.
The round prior, it was the Seekers. There, it's the Reckoning. And even though nobody was able to step in front of it, he was all alone. There was no one to support, no one to trade. And now, Edward Gaming, they have a really, really hard time now because Loud has answered back so strongly after takes this timeout.
Barusan kalah.
5-3. Loud on this defensive half. I don't think things are going to get easier next half.
No, I agree with you completely. And you imagine after feel some of that presence, some of that pressure, understanding the severity of the moment, and what looms over your shoulder. Again, elimination for the team that loses this map.
Yeah.
The dreams of a year gone to waste, and nothing but questions of what could have been.
And it's moments like this, Doug, where you look at EDG and it's been silent so far, but we've yet to see the op come out for Kangkang. And I think we see it over on our side. It's
Kangkang dikasih OP guys ya. Apakah efektif? Kita lihat.
That shot. He is playing attack against the Harbor Viper right now.
It's just so difficult.
It is very, very difficult to find that first blood. He is an incredible player with this weapon, but he is going to have to really pull something out of the bag here. They're going back to the tried and true A default.
You gotta remember all the success that EDG had on this site and how it's just gone so awfully awry since.
Yes, and here's the cascade coming through the wall from Tui's. Guiding Light to get some info at lobby. Simultaneously, less of all. That's not even Aspas. He's pushing down mid as the Killjoy.
Bisa Empin ada atlet yang main off season sih tapi nggak tahu.
That he's able to find consistently. And look at that harbor wall and how pesky that would be to deal with.
Crazy.
That's actually insane.
It's annoying approaching short A. There could be someone behind it on the box. It's annoying getting into short A because it blocks that line. It also blocks front B. They're baiting you into Aspas right now.
EDG waited out and it seems like they set their sights back towards A. But there are 3 members of Loud here.
But the Omen blind combined with this fault line. Loud again is going to try to nest on this left wall with the Viper orb up. There it is.
Sadak taking a step back.
Anjir, gila di delaynya, Cok.
Denying entry, at least initially. Or attempted to delay. You see Kangkang is dashed out. He's got that up! And he lands it right onto Sadak. Can he get much more? Kalantine dancing around as Les gets 3 again! Les is just so consistent and he's still on the side. Smoggy, can he deliver? No! Les with 4 and Loud with another!
Gila, Kangkang terlalu overpick sih, udah dapat 1 harusnya ngumpet sih.
Oh my gosh, what a round from Les. This event, this is a career event by Les. This is someone that won champions last year, but sitting at 16-4 right now, 9 rounds in on Killjoy.
I feel like I'm getting tired of saying what a round from Les. He's just been so consistent.
He's so calm, like, it's like...
He's cold.
Yeah.
Tapi Kangkang masih turun, Cok.
And he's already spanned the 17 HP.
So much importance invested. So much power put in the hands of their star. It's a difficult position to play from for the rest of the round. But alas, he is alive. And there's an opportunity here for EDG. It's just a turret towards B right now. But the thing is, you've got Sadak's pit, you've got Les's lockdown too.
I don't think they're going to get anything on this peak at C-Link. You can see, you know, Chichu and Nobody have moved their distraction over towards A. The Trailblazer sees both of them, which honestly might keep these 3 people on A, and it does. So the spike will go down here. TP out from Hadong, so clean round right there by him. And here comes the lockdown.
And here comes Kong.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, there it is. Finding value on the attack side with the op, but here's where this becomes a problem. Yeah, you have an op, but when you have all these walls in your face, how do you circumvent that?
Oh no, the Cove.
Les is pushing his way forward too, as he's already gotten a kill. He's still healthy, but he was fall line, he had no shot. Aspas now with the op. Kong, can he find more? Tui's is left by himself, a 1v2, and that op's still in play. Tui's, can he deliver? No!
Di Kangkang lo, 17 HP lo.
Doug.
Ini baru Kangkang, bro.
Star player Kong right there coming up with the operator. Who would have thought? The op saves them with 16 HP, finding 3 frags that round.
Into a Harbor Viper comp.
Into a Harbor Viper comp with the lockdown, with the high tide front B. Aspas guarding everyone from top site. That looks so improbable, but this man is so quick. Look at these shots.
Gak jelas gak sih ya? Gak jelas nih orang anjing. Posisi 17 HP, lu kan kalau 17 HP lu deg-degan ya. Dia masih bisa lo nge-kill pakai OP, cok, 17 HP, cok.
Couple of key ultimates to work with here too, including Smoggy's Rolling Thunder.
Gak jelas banget nih Ju anjing. OP-nya tai.
Broken at long, but Chichu knows no one swung with that line. He's gonna trip this short push. He's gonna put the seed of doubt. You know, someone's peeking long with this cage. They have a breach ult to work with. But
movementnya tuh gila deh, gue gak tau kenapa guys.
Les isn't walking down B. I think this might be the first time they've tested the C site. I think Hadong might ult back site here. Spot, take Aspas, force him off the line.
Oh, Aspas udah ngabis tuh.
This could very well.
Wait, Kong's going in with the pace.
Oh no, the breach ult's down!
He's going aggressive. He wants to get Aspas, but somehow stays alive. He's still looking for
Nobody. The dart from Nobody was so good!
Where do they go from here? The neural theft invested. EDG looking to get the spike down and should succeed as Kong gets another. That's all of them. That's a 4K for the star. And he is alive and he is online.
Wah, tiba-tiba Kangkang cowok, nggak jelas nih orang anjing. Nggak jelas. Nggak jelas. Gue nggak ngerti itu ngapain aja anjing. Itu yang ron itu yang ron tadi kedua itu gitu.
Once this op got in Kong's hands, things really turned around.
What a shot!
Insane. Oh. The breach ult's still in pocket for Smoggy, and that will be worth its weight in gold. A Judge close garage. We've seen the Judge really pop off this event, Doug.
2 ults for Loud. Important ones. I feel like Sadak has had that pit for a while.
Oh, didn't spot Aspas top left box.
Are they going to push him? Nobody's the one who would do it. There's a Rolling Thunder in the face of the pit. And you instantly see the pit goes up, the wall goes up to try to protect what resources they have. They dropped the Seekers too. You've got to be careful here. There are only 2 members out on site. Kong just now arriving. And they've taken the site.
It's 44, but the pit down short. Just gonna pretend like it's not there.
They throw the brakes on the round. Finally commit to the plant.
Oh, he could potentially lurk out. So you can see Hadong now has to be aware of that. They ping it.
I mean, they can also use that ult to try to get info on what's happening in the pit.
Not a lot of util though from Loud. How do they enter this site? The timing needs to be immaculate.
Such a tense moment.
Oh, they split it in half.
You see Les up in heaven, seeing what he can find, but he's smoked off for now. And he's just so patient. He's still up there waiting at the smoke.
No.
There it is. It subsides. Smoggy now from in hell, looking for another one to take.
The ball is so good!
Oh, it's going to be perfect. He spots the first, but Sadak goes unchecked. Hadong 1v2 in the pit, looking for them, and they're there! But Sadak turns at just the right time!
Nice try.
No time! But there is no time! You're absolutely right! What a round!
Gila, cowok. EDG.
EDG! Come out of the half with 6! I don't know how they did it. I do not know how they did it. But here we are, even game. This is anyone's series right now. The loser goes home.
Dude, what a play.
The hero plays from both of these teams are off the charts.
Howard on getting the kill and the diffuser secured the round.
You could see how much it means to Kong screaming.
Unbelievable.
Korea mirip Paperrex kemarin bang, iya ya.
One half to decide it all. Yinsu, take it away.
Oh, what a map this is. We were a little bit worried about what EDG are going to do against this Viper Harborcom, and they pulled it back, Mimi, despite some of the incredible retakes we saw from Loud.
The first part of this half, I thought Loud was just going to run away with this. It was going to be the same story as that EG game for EDG, but that was not the case whatsoever. Still, these retakes were incredible. Loud started off with the read that they were going to play these really fast flood retakes against EDG, and I thought EDG was punishing them quite well. Then they went for these slower, more structured retakes that were working great. The thing is, though, look at the number at the bottom. It ended up with only 2 out of 7 because of these last few rounds for EDG that were utterly ridiculous, Brent.
Yeah, and I think that there was those adaptations, the hero
Les dari kemarin Paperrex terus dia bang emang star sih, M-starnya lo sekarang di sini.
I really thought that Loud was just going to take control of this one if EDG didn't come in with a prep, but it is 6-6 in an elimination game. I mean, Sean was going on about it for good reasons. There is so much on the line here with these two teams, and I cannot believe they managed to pull it back to this point. It is still anyone's game for that top 4 spot in champs.
But the second half changes a lot. It's again this question of how can EDG contend with this composition? How have they changed their ideas on this half to be able to deal with the Harbor Viper, a style that they're not used to playing against? If they could win this, though, it would be massive. It would be the reigning champions here in 2023. Going the top 6 so early.
And I'm starting to be a believer for EDG that they can do this because they've already shown evidence that they can adjust. They adjusted in the second half of that first one, and I'm just looking forward to this series, man. I mean, I just want to see more here. This is going to decide our top 4.
Yeah, potentially the most important pistol round in both of these teams' careers here.
Tangkang, defender, jet, operator, kita lihat guys ya.
Thank you so much, Yinsu. Yeah, just a couple of moments away from kicking off.
Gila, Les 17-7, Cok.
And I've got to very quickly remind everyone, these two teams have danced before with everything on the line, and it was EDG who came out on top.
We haven't been to map 3 before yet, and this is where Loud, the championship pedigree, comes to life. Oswas with a Sheriff on this opening pistol, the wall cutting across to allow Alert come into A. Cascade to deny info long, but nobody's dart triple pings, and that allows this stack C to exist.
Sadak is taking so much space with the fall line and the paranoia. Do they fly out behind it?
That's a one-way. If that goes down, they push Loud off.
Dude, meanwhile, Sadak, all the space that he had down long gets denied too. He's got to take a step back.
This is rolling to A though, and nobody is all alone.
But he's ahead of it. And he's healthy.
Nggak ada crowd, lagi ada masalah guys kalau nggak salah, lagi
no
badai.
armor on any of the members on the attacking side.
This is very bold.
Do they dare challenge? Oh, they do. Aspas, though, the Sheriff is better. How much more can they find? The Spike is going to flip once more.
Oh, God. This is where the Harbor Viper reigns supreme. Doug, look at this. They've manipulated the rotations everywhere. The only thing EDG have going for them is this cam on B. The high tide comes in, locks EDG out of the sight. Smoggy does have a fault line. The 2 cloud bursts onto Kang will allow potential defuse to come in, but this lurk from Les.
Yeah, the timing on that is mad.
Oh.
There's a shot at it, though. It's just that the 2 of the members of EDG that are still up are so weak. 59 and 20 HP. Aspas spotting the first, and you see that ping pong swing. First it's Aspas, then Kawanzina on the flip. He's already gotten 3 on the round. The 4th is there. It's up for grabs, and he finds it.
Jelek banget, Cok. Pistolnya jelek banget.
The manipulation of the rotations. Once nobody fell in that A site, it was like Sadak knew exactly what to do to just rip EDG to shreds on this pistol, taking the C site with that high tide, locking them out, the orb onto spawn. The likelihood of this retake at that point just collapses. EDG now. That was a super important pistol, and Fraud definitely knows that.
But still the opportunity at something.
A little bit of a trap.
Presidennya keras foto ya nih.
For nobody, here we go.
Sadak stunned, but there is a little bit of help. You've got Les watching over his shoulder. The Trailblazer towards A.
Do they come in? Hear that? Trailblazer saw 3 to 4 people.
I don't think they want the heat, man. They're gonna look at that. They've set the line of scrimmage in short.
This could be a bit stubborn by Loud.
Are they gonna be punished? It's tough to say.
They are pushing them.
Yeah, they are. They're so weak too. That flash should have hit everyone. I mean, it should just be open season on members of EDG, and that's exactly what it is. Kong left by himself. Tui's gets the third.
Jelek banget ya pick anjing.
Look at the HPs
bisa menang itu, guys.
18 and 19 on Tui's and less respectively. Jeez, that got really scary for Loud.
So you see the gun difference on full display.
Yeah.
And you just imagine if EDG had a little bit more to work with in that situation, what could have happened?
Would you look at this?
Bang, JC Paperrex champion 2003 kok sold out belum berarti habis.
And with this double control, with Harbor Viper manipulating the rotations, using the sky util to know if people are in front of him. So you can see right now we have a triple setup towards mid. The Viper lurking down with this wall on short A. There's a trap play with Smoggy, but it really won't even matter, right? The Harbor wall cuts across Garage as well as left side B. That combines with the Viper wall. So there's a lot of pressure on B right now. And Garage. And Sadak has lurked up short A.
I thought for a second there, Kong was just going to peek on the other side of the Harbor wall, but he waits a little bit, and they actually invested Paranoia for him to take the line.
No, dog. Seekers are definitely going to be popped right now. And this site, I don't know how EDG can hold it. The Cascade comes into spawn. The Orb is likely going to go into spawn. The Snake Bite also to lock them out.
Oh, and the spam out should you fall.
God.
Are you expecting Smoggy here? He saw his full utility. Saw his fault line, saw his everything. Yeah, they do. I mean, they expect it all. Aspas is so aware. He's so ready for it.
Ah, masa kalah bonus anjing?
Looking for another challenge. They're just cutting their losses, Sean.
Indeed, they are. And I mean, even this is literally dotting your I's, crossing your T's. I mean, Tui's threw a cove down back sight, ready for the potential flood. Just so that way he doesn't get omen blinded, darted, breach, aftershock, breach, flash. There were so many things that can go wrong on these floods into the A site. And that cove really, really puts a wrench in things. Loud with a massive bonus win here, but keeping 3 guns in it for EDG means they will be able to buy into the next, and that is a light win.
Yeah, they've got a shot at this. It's not much of one, but there is a shot. I mean, Aspas up here, understanding that G2 was there first and then expecting the second peak.
So taking Cloudburst, that dart, and you can see Kong was not at all ready for the player in the open. Just fell right into that. Timeout taken here by EDG. Coach After understands this is really where they need to put a stop to this run by Loud.
This is their year.
Yeah, 9-6. Tournament lives
9-6
on the line. Year on the line. And Kong, would you look at that, Doug? We are privy to some info.
Hey, he's gonna have to find so much value out of it. You can hear you can imagine the conversation taking place right now. One of settling, one of calm. They're still in this.
Let's go, EDG.
You can see, actually, perhaps feeling the stress of the moment are the members of EDG.
And there we go. We get it, Doug. The glass cannon up. 9-6 in favor of Loud. They don't even really need to invest. Look at the buy here. This is the 4th round of the half.
They're so bonusing.
Yeah,
gila. Dia beli OP, guys.
What a comfortable situation for them to be in.
There's a trip front B, and there's a quad push A coming in. Alarmbot holding the flank as well as a turret. It's going to be really hard to flank this B site. Cascade to deny the info of B, prevent that early peek. Early dash in.
Dude, they don't even test the possibility of the op on the extremities.
Look at that, they orbed and coved the plant. They'll break the cove now. They can play post.
They're droning. The Alarmbot spotted. Les is going to be the first one here. Tui's is not far off. Les has to be careful. Kawanzine is now showing up. He has no flashes, though. So it's just going to be a dry gunfight. There's the fault line. Les, patient. Les waiting. And he falls. Kawanzine trying to do what his teammate could not, but in the face of the paranoia, can't deliver either. Loud are falling apart here, but it's a 2v2. The op in the hands of Kong delivers. Aspas, can you do it by yourself? Dodging the flash, staying alive. The line is held by Kong. Smoggy getting it to half, and there it is. He's found the timing.
Oh no!
Aspas, can he do it? Dashes forward. Oh my gosh! Aspas, the Red Bull clutch. Loud gets it 10,
ngapain ya sini ya?
Dagger. Oh man, the star duelists. Would you believe it if I told you they met in middle? Oh my god. I can't even believe that. The timing of this swing by Aspas right when Kong leaves the angle. Oh, he can't even believe it. He can't even believe it.
I mean, the money's still so good for Loud. EDG is on the ropes as you could possibly fathom.
Kong pushing through, the cascade falls to Tui's.
I mean, an aggressive attempt at a play.
Oh, no.
Aspas just getting another kill. And this might be the final verse of the EDG song for the year.
Aduh, udah gak jelas, Cok.
Continues to hunt for blood.
EDG udah gak jelas, guys, mainnya.
4 kills now.
Spike planted.
Chichu just has to sit back and watch.
Chichu now in this impossible 1-on-5, and there you go, the prime gaming flawless by Loud. And you could just feel now just all of the air just sucked out of this room. That 1-on-2 that Aspas won. No timeouts in the bank here for EDG.
How does that judge work from that distance, by the way?
The judge can do some silly things.
Yeah, it certainly was that.
The veteran in-game leader hyping up his team, yelling across the stage, and this is where EDG absolutely need to win this round. Kong with the op on this B site. It has been the weak point for the team.
That's big from Kong.
He's going for more.
Oh,
he hit him.
Oh, he did. You're right. Oh, and the second time is a death blow. Turning the flash as Kawanzin punches back.
Apa sih ini orang-orang ini?
Up close in garage. This will be Trailblaze.
Nanti lawan siapa biasanya? Lawan DRX.
Right. Oh, but Kong is there to help. He's already gotten 3 on the round. Blades online for the next. This would be such a ridiculous comeback if they pull it off. But for now, a round at a time, EDG gets 7.
It's a common saying, Doug, round by round. And that's exactly what EDG has to be telling themselves right now. They get no more words from Coach after. This is all on the players now. They're going to need a lot more from their star players. This off round by Kang's exactly what they needed to get back into this game.
Kalau ada Kangkang, opnya susah, guys. Tapi kalau Kangkang nggak dapet,
this is going to be a banging round.
Look
at the setup from the Omen. The Reckoning will certainly be used on this take. This is a very difficult hold, but with the breach here, this is very possible.
Well, it's just the fault line, but you're right. The Reckoning invested. Howdom going aggressive. He pushes into the smoke.
No way, no way, no way.
Slipping. Loud, no idea of what just hit him. Unreal.
Prime Gaming flawless. They get the Reckoning out of Loud.
Okay. Ini dapat bisa, guys.
They are absolutely storming back.
Dua round lagi.
The money though that
ini dapat, ini beli.
Right now very quickly. I'm sure we're going to see a replay. There's still so much depth. They've created such a nest egg that they can take a couple of these shots from EDG and still be standing. But honestly, what I just saw in their faces shows that they aren't even thinking about that.
No.
They're not worried about what's on the other side. They're not worried about the money that Loud have amassed. All of a sudden, a spark of hope.
Kong now on this long angle. They're gonna challenge the cascade yet again. The dart gets a ping and nobody is here.
Aspas has already fallen.
No.
Aduh, Kakak ngapain dah?
I've got your trail.
That flash was so good. Now Seeker's used. Does Smoggy invest the Rolling Thunder here?
Does he do it? It's no one is even there.
Gosh.
Doug gets wasted.
Much like the Reckoning in the previous round.
The Cypher setup on B, on C, lets them know what's happening in this area, but the cam will go down right now. Sadak has entered garage.
Oh, and I love this. I love this pivot back from Loud. With Sadok's presence being found in C, they commit back to A.
In an Omen breach setup, though, Doug, this is very unlikely to be checked.
You have to clear Smoggy here.
This is very unlikely to be cleared.
No paranoia. Just the
blind.
flash. Oh my gosh!
Woo! Spike down.
Smoggy gets 3!
What the fuck is that, bro?
Another disaster for Loud! Sadok has to clutch it back by himself! Can he do so, the leader, the veteran for Loud?
30 seconds left.
Already the recipient of hardware, but he cannot commit this time around.
Smoggy! Can you believe
What the hell is that, bro? Bro, replay.
What is that hold?
Replay.
What is that hold?
Kayak monyet aja, kayak monyet.
Look at this play from the corner. I don't know how he gets the third. Whips into the dark cover. Takes out Tui's. And closes it out with the fourth. Man, my teammates are pretty good. Holy. We absolutely have a game here. And the timeout coming from Fraud here. This is the final timeout from these coaches. After does also get the chance to talk with his team right now. Honestly,
Oke, satu round lagi 10. Si Lot masih beli. Dia menang nih 10. Besok dia miskin 11 atau 11 sama.
It is great at stalling out plants. Loud has not done a very good job of breaking all this Cypher util, and truthfully, one of the few weaknesses they've found is on the B side. And I think at this point, EDG is very aware. I would love to know what Fraud is saying right now in this timeout. We've seen earlier on in this tournament them take the gloves off and take dry fights.
Mereka masih beli kan? Mereka masih beli ya.
And it worked.
Di sini baru nih. Miskin habis ini, guys. Enggak, masih bisa beli lagi sekali lagi anjing.
I don't know, especially with Kong having the op. You mentioned the Hunter's Fury a couple of moments ago. For nobody, that's in play, and this time the op is mid. And it's not just that. I mean, Haodong is here, Chi-Chu's close by.
Doug, nobody is on this site with this Sova ult. It looks like it could be fake pressure, but I will warn you, if this site is lost with this Viper's Pit against the Harbor Viper, the retake, the chances of a win for EDG at that moment plummet. The chances of winning a round with that Viper Pit on this A site, and that's what Loud's aiming to do right now.
Wah, aja kalau ditinggal sih kocak sih. Kalau hanya ditinggal sih gila sih.
Right now are very scared of an aggression across this map. They don't know what to expect right now from EDG. The dart clears long right now, gets no info. It's broken by Ospas after a couple pings. You can see that's kind of confusing Chi-Chu. He's leaning towards this A site. It's looking like we're going into that B pop here, and Kong is here.
Into the op. He's been here the whole time. He was patient at the beginning. The crosshair jiggling, and Kawanzine.
Banyakan gerak si Kang.
So dependent on that, and it finds no value. Can the rest of EDG deliver? Tui's gets the spike down. Nobody investing the Hunter's Fury. Tui's falls, but they're gonna have to get through the pit. Is there an additional flank? No. It's all going to be a flood out onto the site. The paranoia is good to at least get Aspas, but Smoggy falls. Aspas looking to deal with him, and he can't. Nobody on the counter. Les still playing from far back. Sadok still with the pit up. All of the onus on EDG right now as Kawanzine has gotten 3. Chi-Chu, the 4th. He's so weak, he's going to fall. Haodong on the flank, and there's nothing found.
Kang, banyakan gerak.
They get to series point.
And Loud absolutely silence.
Dia kalau sabar dapat tuh, guys.
EDG comeback. Huge round by Kawanzine, taking out the star player. And he, of all people, the young initiator onto this team. Joined after champions last year, filling the shoes of someone like Saucy. Insane round from Kawanzine right there. Topping the scoreboard when like Les and Ospas are right behind him. Loud now going back into this A default. The dart again, getting a lot of value here for EDG.
That's becoming so troublesome, and we've seen the punish a couple of times, but not this time around.
Doug, I think they're going to take the gloves off and walk up dry here. This is a Loud-esque play. Is Concon going to be aware of this? They are ready to fight. They are ready to brawl.
It's quiet.
4 players in the most ridiculous high-low I have ever seen.
Smoggy has his fault line back. Up in the hands of Concon. Remember, Kawanzine destroyed him in the previous round. Spotted now. Has to dash away. Do they go fast off this?
Ngapain di pick lagi?
And this time it's Sadak. The op is down.
Wah, ini kalah gara-gara Kangkang sih guys. Dia jago tapi dia bikin temannya kalah juga.
Both initiators on this A site have it all to do.
Flash confirming some info. Smoggy! Oh, what was that from Smoggy?
He's got the ult!
And that's, I mean, there's nowhere for them to go.
23 seconds, the ultimate blind is here.
Look at where the spike is, man! It's out of reach! There's no way for them to scoop it up!
Wah, Smoggy sih ini yang nyelamatin sih dari tadi 2 kali anjing. 2 round berturut-turut dirombak sama Smoggy anjing.
10 seconds left.
I mean, the 3K effectively secured the round, but the Rolling Thunder was just icing on the cake.
This A site just seems owned by Smoggy right now. The plays coming out of this man deep into this game. Their tournament lives on the line.
Wah, Smoggy gila sih, Cok. Kakak tuh kadang tuh backplay bisa gila banget. Tapi kalau lagi turu banget, Cok, bikin tim kalah. Overpicknya itu loh.
So steady. So cold. Another massive round. 4 of the last 5 going in favor of EDG.
Kongkong's gonna push short right now, Doug. This fault line's coming in. He's up.
He's past it, but he's so weak. Oh, they don't know! Again, the dart and the flash! EDG's utility combo into A main is so good, and they're finally punishing Loud for it.
Loud is so persistent. They continue at this A site. Can they take it?
Smoggy once more. Sadak falls. Aspas in less. A 2v4 to potentially stifle this comeback from EDG. Smoggy on the re-step. Stays alive. There's the paranoia. Aspas.
Nice blind, nice blind.
Going down.
Satu lagi.
Still alive.
Branded tapi dapat 2, gua nggak tahu kenapa anjing.
This dart in A lobby. What is it made out of?
Dude, there's no way they go back.
How can they not break this dart?
It's like a ticking time bomb though. How many times have we talked about it? There's got to be a combo that they're using with the dart because you see it now, all 3 of them were flashed.
Oh my God, incredible initiator Yuto coming out of EDG. And they laid the trap all half long, and at the
Rikonnya tuh gak pernah ditembak masalah, Cok. Dari tadi.
Pushes up short A. Loud now retreating back into this middle of the map default. Early garage control. The dog comes out. The trip is already broken.
Mati dia nih. Bukan?
Oh
itu, Cok. Itu gue bilang.
Can magic happen once more? Oh my gosh, but he didn't clear it. Such a heavy investment. Life on the line to get the lockdown down.
Bikin kalah Kangkang tuh kadang-kadang. So stupid, itu stupid banget sih Kangkang sih.
Coming online for 2. He's waiting for this flood.
Udah berkali-kali padahal udah berkali-kali guys.
This is where Loud close out games.
Is this it? Are these the final touches on an outrageous series? Kawanzine on the swing, he's gotten 3 on the round. Smoggy only gets 1. Loud defend the throne. They take down EDG in the rematch and advance.
And they are so elated. That took everything out of Loud. The Harbor Viper finally coming into play again. This team proved they can literally beat anyone.
Kakak harus belajar sih, Cok.
They're currently only running.
Egonya tinggi banget, Cok, dia, Cok.
I don't think EDG has seen a style like that, so you have
Egonya
to give
tinggi
them
banget, anjing
credit
ngepick lagi.
how close this game was.
What a fight, bro.
What a fight that was.
EDG, an outrageous performance, pushing Loud to the most extreme possible limits.
Harus belajar sih dia, Cok. Dia tahu semua tim-tim itu udah tahu lu pakai OP, lu bakal di counter, lu bakal di hold.
This Loud team is special, Doug. They are a special team. I think a lot of people doubted them coming into Champions. They lost that opening game to DRX.
Masih muda, perjalanan masih panjang. Ngerti, cuman itu tapi dia kan udah berapa kali international event, Cok. Di something aja tuh, something aja mau seego-egonya something pakai OP, dia tahu diri dia tuh kapan harus berhenti pakai OP, Cok. Kapan harus nge-pick, kapan nggak nge-pick, Cok. Itu dia. The real player tuh harus tahu begitu sih momen kayak gitu, guys. Kasihan itu tadi. Tadi kalau misalnya dia nggak nge-pick, guys, temennya bisa menang, bisa OT, bisa balikin keadaan, menang. Masa dia ngepick si Lot ngebaca, Kaosnya ngebaca. Kangkang suka ngepick di sini. Berapa round tuh dia kalah? 3 round kan? 3 round? 3 round dia bikin timnya tuh hampir kalah, Cok. 3 round, guys. 3 round dia ngebuat timnya hampir kalah. Dia mati early yang nggak jelas itu loh. 3 round blunder dia, Cok, pakai OP ya. Si Lot ini pinter banget, guys. Lu lihat si Lot anjing. Dia tahu si Kakang itu tuh egonya tinggi, dia bakal ngepick, dia bakal nyari satu ini. Dan Lot itu juga berani kan. Dia off angle, dia berani Lot. Lu keluar dulu yang mati, gua nggak usah pakai OP. Gua cuma butuh vandal nembak pala lu sekali selesai udah. Semua tim kan pasti ada counternya, guys. Ada counternya. Mereka tuh ngebaca si Kakang dan Kakang tuh nggak sadar itu. Lu mau di counter. Kalau lu main off angle mungkin lu bisa menang. Dia nge-pick lagi, maju lagi.
And this is the tournament where I think we really showed that it wasn't just Kong. It was Smoggy bringing them back into overtime. It was Howdong continuing to improve as an IGL.
Alright lah. Guys, teman-teman kita udahan dulu, guys ya. Gue kayak ngantuk, guys. Nggak kuat gue di RX, bro. Di RX nonton di CJ Selin aja, guys ya. Alright. Guys, gue ngantuk banget, Cok. Gue mau nge-gym, Cok. Ninja. Gue kan nggak janji sampai ini, guys. Nonton di CJ saja, guys ya. Alright. Ya, guys ya. Gue mau istirahat bentar. Gue mau istirahat early, guys. Gue agak capek hari ini, guys. Besok mau nge-gym soalnya. Alright. Alright, guys, thank you teman-teman semua. Sampai jumpa di next live streaming. Kita udahan dulu. Terima kasih nonton di CJ saja, guys ya. DRX versus Fnatic. See you and bye. Nonton Bang Winda juga, guys ya. Masih ini, guys. Bang Winda masih main Popcat, oke? Bye, guys. Makasih, guys. Gue lempar ya.